is it. After 18 weeks of regular season play, the top 5 teams advanced into the playoffs, and tonight we are down to the final 2, and as fate would have it, it's the number 1 and number 2 teams in PLW matching up here in the finals. Both the Vaders and the Ones swept their opponents in the semifinals, and they'll square off tonight for the first part of a best-of-5 series. Will the Vaders complete their journey from challenger team to champions, or will the Ones become the first 2-time title winner in PLW history? Find out next. Good evening and welcome to Hideaway Field here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. You are watching Premier League Wiffle. Tonight's championship series set to get underway just minutes from now. The Vaders are wearing all black, the Ones in their white pinstripes. My name is Greg Kelly. It's my pleasure to welcome into the booth my good friend and expert analyst, Trench Pacone. Trench, we began this season back on February 7th, and 129 days later, we've arrived here at the championship series. Some of your thoughts on season number 4.
It feels like 429 days. That's what it feels like. But listen, these guys have battled from the opening day. Every pitch, every out has mattered since day one. It's culminated all to what we're going to see tonight. The 2 powerhouse teams, 1 and 2, are going to go at it.
This season's championship is a little different this year. We're going to play a best-of-5 series. We'll play 3 games tonight no matter what. If one team manages to win all 3, we will crown a champion tonight. Otherwise, any other split result, we will come back here again on Friday night. Your thoughts on this change to a best-of-5?
I really like it. It went by too fast the last time we were going with the season. I think this is really going to showcase how deep a team can be. Last season, you could have a pitcher go 6, and then somebody else could come in the second game, throw 2 or 3 innings, and then you're good to go with your ace again. This is a little bit different. You have to be deeper, so it's going to showcase some of the talent here tonight.
Trench, right off the bat, we need to address the elephant in the room, and that is the absence of Ryan Chen, this season's league MVP, unable to participate in the finals due to personal obligations. That's quite obviously going to hurt the Ones tremendously. What particular players do you think need to step up and fill that void?
We've talked about it before. There's a man, only one person could do this, and it's going to be AK tonight. And it's not just the performance that he needs to have on the field. It's the mentality that he has to keep with his team, knowing that his main dude, Ryan Chen, MVP of the league, is gone. Step up and be the MVP of your team tonight.
The Vaders are the number 1 team in PLW. They've been at or near the top of the standings since early in this season. They have power hitting throughout their lineup, and they have the best pitcher in the league in Cy Young Award winner Billy Santiwan.
Yeah, I've faced Billy many a times, as everybody else has, and the dude's just ridiculous. He's starting to throw a knuckle slurve ball, It looks like. Very difficult to read, but the emergence of, I'll say the re-emergence of Tanner Roundy. Listen, that dude has struggled with staying in the game with walks for quite some time, but he's really stepped up, closing out the season, and of course against the Legends, and I expect him to do exactly the same as he's really locating that screwball.
Outstanding. Starting pitchers for game number 1 will be Cody Schmidt for the Ones, Billy Santiwan for the Vaders. Wiffle ball bettors at home, use that information as you will to get your bets in on this matchup. We're going to go ahead and get ready to begin here, players. We're going to start and introduce you. Please line up on the baselines as we call your name. We're going to start with the visiting Ones. Playing third base and leading off, number 2, Justin Spurrier.
Yeah, Jay Spur, he's just an absolute balanced athlete. He could come from anywhere on the field, and he pitches really well.
Batting second and playing shortstop, number 47, Adam Couts.
AK-47, man. Just an absolute beast. Shortstop, comes power hits both ways.
In left field and batting third, number 3, Scottez Dobbins.
Huge home run hit against the Legends last series. He's going to have to power back on defense and start out that crew.
Batting fourth and playing second base, number 24, Adrian Gutierrez.
Yeah, Goots last year emerged as a pitcher. Great relief. Could pick up in any game started. Love having him in the lineup.
Your starting pitcher tonight, batting fifth, number 4, Cody Schmidt.
Yeah, Schmitty's got the shoulder shimmy. Let me tell you, that dude lives off energy. If he's on the mound and feeling it, you could say goodnight.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 1, Tyler Applezoller.
Yeah, this dude's sneaky, very difficult out. He doesn't swing the bat much, so you have to hit the pan.
Playing center field, it's number 8, Spencer Barrick.
Yeah, Spencer, this guy has no love for his own body. He will go through walls, over walls. He also has a lot of power, likes to hit them over the container.
There it is, your starting lineup for the ones. We'll move over to the home side for the Vaders leading off and the starting pitcher tonight. Number 3, Billy Santiwan.
Yeah, there's your Cy Young Award winner. He won every game he started, and he's going to start this one. I'd expect the exact same thing.
Batting second, the shortstop, number 15, Ethan Ibarra.
Yeah, this dude, probably the most balanced player in PLW. Great defense, great offense. We know what he could do.
Batting third and playing left field, number 2, Kyle Etter.
Yeah, this dude was right up there for Rookie of the Year. He is an absolute bomb master, hitting home runs left and right. Super stud.
Batting fourth and playing right field, number 99, Tanner Roundy.
Listen, I said it earlier. This dude is re-emerging defense, pitching, and he's starting to hit oppo-boppo. Love it.
Batting fifth and playing second base, number 33, Gio Battistoni.
Yeah, this dude is just a monster from the left side. He, too, halfway through the season, started to showcase that power. Watch out for down and low with this dude.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 88, Kenny Santiwan.
Yeah, Kenny Santiwan, great pickup for the Vaders. He's got a bit of a bat and can be sneaky on the mound as well.
Playing third base, number 25, Alec Hutt.
Yeah, this dude, let me tell you, he's got power. He's got defense on that third base side if need be. He needs to just find his balance when he swings and misses.
Number 13, the owner of this club, Cesai Alarcon.
Listen, this guy, he came from our Taco League, then into Premier League Wiffle, won his team into this, and now, 2 years in, they are in the championship game. Loves Cesai as an owner, manager, player, whatever he is.
Number 24, Jason Walker.
Yeah, Jay Walk, a former Sand Viper, probably one of the few left out there to maybe get a chip. Love having him. He's got the biggest slurve in Premier League Wiffle.
And number 1, David Cabrera.
We call him Cuba Dave. Everybody loves him. Let me tell you, he brings an energy to the dugout that no other dugout has. That's Cuba Dave.
Ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineups for the Vaders and the ones, the PLW Championship, set to get underway just moments from now. Players, please remove your caps and face the American flag in left field. And welcome to the field, Desi Marie, to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. And oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Desi Marie with our national anthem. Thank you so much, Desi. Ball players, let's take the field. You heard Desi. Let's play ball. Game number 1 of a best-of-5 series set to get underway just moments from now. Trench, what do you got to say about that rendition?
I got goosebumps, Greg. I was telling the chat we got something special tonight. Listen, this is the last championship right here at Hideaway Field. We are going to go out with a bang. We got Desi Marie in the booth tonight. This is a super special moment. She hasn't sung for a while for us. But we're going to go over that lineup just 1 second. Everybody, this is Desi Marie. Go up top. What an absolute performance you have. I mean, you just have this voice. I love it. I want to thank you for coming out here. What was the vibe like down there as you were getting ready to sing?
They're ready. They're ready to play some ball, and I should know how to use a mic. They're ready to play some ball, and it's going to be a game. So I'm going to see what everybody's got. So I'm really, really pumped. So
listen, was there ever a time that you thought maybe you were going to forget the lyrics? I know that goes through everyone's head before they sing, and I have to ask a singer.
Full disclosure, I looked it up. I literally Googled lyrics to National Anthem before I went up there. Because when you go up there, you're like, I'm going to forget it. And it's like the National Anthem. You can't forget it. You will be shunned for the rest of your life.
I love it. Everyone, Desi Marie spilling her guts about how hard it is to sing that song. I want to thank you so much for coming out. I know it was last minute, but
no, I love it.
We need to do something.
All right.
Awesome. Desi Marie,
Thanks,
everybody.
Guys.
We're ready for some wiffle ball. Thanks again, Desi. What a wonderful rendition of our national anthem. Let's go ahead and pop that starting lineup back up onto the screen. Take a look at who is going to be, well, we heard it once already, but we'll hear it again. It's going to be Justin Spurrier leading off for the ones. He'll be followed by Adam Kautz, Scottez Dobbins, Adrian Gutierrez, Cody Schmidt, and Tyler Applezoller, Spencer Barrick waiting in the wings should they want to make a substitution or an addition to that lineup.
I'm so excited, Greg. This is just two monster teams going at it. Is there going to be a new champion in Premier League Wiffle, or are the ones going to repeat? I think this is going to be a 3-game set tonight, but it's gonna be up to Billy Santi.
If you want to know who the public thinks the favorite is, the Vaders are now a 2-1 favorite.
Wow.
We set all of our lines as a pick'em here in the playoffs, and right now 762,000 wiffle ball points in on the Vaders here in Game 1. Justin Spurrier's going to lead off. Billy Santiwan, he's going to throw a lot of knuckleballs, Trench.
He is, but the only way you're really going to see a knuckleball like that, Greg, is if you come on over to Twitch, if you're on TikTok. When we were doing the national anthem and the lineups with the teams, they only get to see this out of one little camera angle. If you come on over to Twitch, we have robo cameras, a sky cam, 4 different other cams, a dungeon cam. You can hang out with us in the commentating booth, see all the graphics, and more importantly, be in on the action with those wiffle ball points.
Over 1 million wiffle ball points in play. Have we ever had over 1 million?
No, I don't think so.
And we might get to 2,800,000 on the Vaders, 308. Oh, and just as I say that, we go to $1.2 million handle.
Wow. Lots of stuff going on. It looks like we're ready to go. We have 400 viewers almost before the first pitch has been thrown.
Outstanding. I should mention it is hot out here today in Las Vegas. 108 degrees, winds blowing out to center field.
Yes.
15 to 17, sometimes up to 20 miles per hour. Expect that ball to fly tonight. First pitch. It's a knuckleball. It's center pan. It's 49 miles per hour. It's 0-2.
No, was that a knuckleball? Of course it was.
49.
To be able to sneak that in at 49 with no action is amazing.
And now he's got some screwball action there. That one danced inside, fouled back. Okay, I'm going to check out this monitor here. Of course that would happen tonight.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the Super Bowl lights went out one year, Greg. Everybody's partying, rooting for their team, and they go out. But at least we could interact with our fans here. They know what we've been through. They know how we've built this thing from having a little camera and a beer pong table. They know what's up.
All right. Well, a little hiccup there, and we got our monitor back on. The players do need to be able to see how fast that pitch is. They're trying to dial in their speed. They need to know how fast they're throwing it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
There you can hear the man himself, Chad Sparkle Phillips, on the clock tonight.
Sorry. Call that off? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, correct. 0-2. 0-2. All right, here we go. More wiffle ball. Swung on and missed. Justin Spurrier will strike out for the first out of the game.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, that's Billy Santiwan. He won the Cy Young Award this year, spring season 2022, and it looks like he's money with it from the get-go.
Popped up. Santiwan underneath it. A one-pitch out to retire Adam Couts.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. When you get those first couple batters out, hardly any damage as far as hard hits, it feels really good.
That'll bring up Scottez Dobbins with 2 away. He'll look at a knuckleball 55 on the money, and he'll fall behind 0-2.
To be able to speed up a knuckleball to 55, that's the difference between him and some of these other knucklers.
He'll miss inside 1-2. Santiwan ahead in the count every time. He'll even the count here, 2-2.
Buck Burner gifting out a few subs in the Twitch chat. Love that.
Full count to Dobbins. If he could work an early walk here, that would be huge. And it dings outside part of the plate. Dobbins can't believe it. He was on his way to first base, and it just catches a piece, drops off the table.
You know when a boxer gets knocked out and then they stand up and they have no clue where they are? That's what just happened to Dobbs right there. He couldn't believe. Look at this reaction.
Look at the movement on that pitch. It might not look like much from the center field camera, you guys, but let me tell you, that ball wiggled left, it wiggled right, it dropped into the lower left-hand corner. Simply unhittable, Trench.
Yeah, he looked like Glass Joe in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out when the stars were going around him.
Oh, my goodness. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Vaders as we move here into the bottom of the first. You're going to see that man who just threw that pitch, Billy Santiwan, leading off. He'll be followed by Ethan Ibarra, featured in that graphic. Kyle Etter will bat third. Tanner Roundy in the cleanup spot. Gio Battistoni bats fifth. Kenny Santiwan rounds out the six-man lineup. Deep bench tonight, Alec Hutt, Sasai Alarcon, Jason Walker, and David Cabrera waiting in the wings. Cody Schmidt will get the start for the ones. He's going to feature a big 12-6. He'll put a slider in there from time to time to throw you off.
You know I'm an honest guy, right, Greg? And I like to lay it on the land. And I love all these guys, and I love Schmitty. But let me tell you, the Vaders are a team that like the up and down movement a little bit. When you get a little bit more side to side, I think that's when it works a little bit better. I'm afraid for Schmitty here. We'll see how it goes. He might throw a gem, but in my head, I have the Vaders hitting Schmitty well here.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Billy Santiwan will lead off for the Vaders here in the bottom of the first. Santiwan already struck out 2 in the top of the first. Now look at the first pitch. A 12-6 curveball down into the dirt, ball 1. Repeat of the last pitch, 2-1.
Yeah, he's got to get a strike right here to get some energy going.
Inside, Adam Couts fields it cleanly at the shortstop position, tosses it easily into the center panel for the first out.
Looks like he almost tripped up on his own feet right there.
He did. Almost took a tumble. That'll bring up Ethan Ibarra.
Look at Ethan. He got a fresh cut for the championship game. Takes a big cut there.
Ethan Ibarra finishing this season, the regular season, with a .360 average. Hit 27 home runs.
Yeah, and those 27, I think he had a little bit of a slump of like 2 or 3 weeks where maybe he only hit like 1 or 2.
Right, only.
Maybe 1.
.12-6, that's going to be gone. You get it into that upper tier, you can kiss it goodbye. Ethan Ibarra opens the scoring with a solo shot.
I think some of these pitchers out here in PLW still don't understand how good this dude is. If it's even close, remotely close to the strike zone, he could turn on it, he could poke it out there, whatever he wants to do, but that usually is the result.
Blast to left center, makes it 1-0. Doesn't get any easier here as Kyle Etter comes up to bat.
I was talking to Kyle Etter pregame, and he was talking about he comes out here to hit home runs. And, of course, that it shows because most of his hits are home runs.
Inside to Etter, makes it 2-1. Rolled over. Couts will field it at shortstop, throw it in there, and he'll get the second out of the inning. And it looks like, Trench, we have a hype train going down below. Make sure you click on that hype train so we can see how far along the hype train. Somehow, we finished it already.
It's done.
I think Desi did it all on her own during the national anthem.
Listen, I mean, that was bound to happen. When you have a beautiful voice like that, it's you're going to go through 5 levels real fast.
Unbelievable. Hype train's done.
I want to thank everyone for completing that hype train. Yeah. Maybe we'll get one in like game 2. Who knows?
Unfortunately, you only get 1 hype train per night.
They must not know who we are quite yet.
Swing and a miss. Tanner Roundy will sit down.
And there's the shimmy. You see
there it is.
Gives the old shitty shimmy, or what's it called?
The shoulder shimmy.
Shitty?
The Schmitty shimmy.
Schmitty.
There we go. Cody Schmidt does get 3 outs, but not before giving up a solo shot to Ethan Ibarra. Vaders ahead 1-0 as we move to the top of the second. And the top of the second inning is brought to you by Leilani Acuna, the official realtor of PLW. Whether you're buying or selling a home, you now have a realtor trusted by PLW players and family. You can connect with Leilani on Instagram at Leilani Acuna. Trench, last night, David Harley Jr. went through the Leilani sign.
Yeah, I don't know what she's ever done to him, if there's a little feud going on between those two. But it goes to show you that in our league, these guys they're all out 150% every single time, every single play. And it between him and Barrick and all these guys, they just have no regards, no love for their own body.
The ones went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Here in the top of the second, Adrian Gutierrez will lead off. He's going to pop this one up. It'll get into the wind, but Kyle Etter standing up against the container will gather that in. It almost floated out, Trench.
I mean, it just kept on going. Just a tiny, 3% more power, and that thing's gone off a routine fly ball as Cody Schmidt is going to get up into the box right now.
Schmidt will go up and after that one. Still swings underneath it. Falls behind 0-2.
Remember, he came in last night. No warm-ups, nothing. I think he took 2 warm-up swings and then hit a home run.
Yeah, that was annoying. Screwball from Santiwan. Fools Schmitty. Sped up and cutting back inside. Tyler Applezoller rounding out this batting lineup. Swing underneath that knuckleball. Fall behind 0-2.
Looks like he's got some bubblegum wrapper tape at the base of his bat. I wonder if that could affect the pitcher's eye with glare.
Santiwan will miss outside 1-2. Two-two.
2-2 count coming in as 517 viewers already in this thriller.
Full count to Applezoller.
I told you pre-broadcast here.
Oh, and unbelievable pitch. Once again, viewers at home, I know you can't tell from the center field camera, but that pitch was nasty.
Billy Santa won a Cy Young Award.
Yes, he did.
That's his new last name. Santi won a Cy Young Award.
That's perfect. I love it.
I mean, to have that confidence, GK, on the mound, you're in the championship games, you're trying to win your first ever championship piece of hardware, and on a 3-2 pitch, you just whisper that outside bar, and there's nothing you could do.
Yeah, every bit deserving of that Cy Young Award that he got. He's already struck out 4 in this game, 1, 2, 3, in the top of the first and the top of the second. He's just mowing them down already. We'll get Schmitty. We'll return back to the mound for the ones here in the bottom of the second. They're trailing by 1. Vaders look to add on. Due up will be Gio Battistoni, followed by Kenny Santiwan, and then back to the top of the order for Billy.
Yeah, this is going to be another, I think Brad coined it, Murderer's Row or something like that. These guys, big-time bats, and if you could, there's like real no safe place in that lineup, but the bats of Ibarra and Etter are definitely scary.
There's one guy in the Vaders lineup who is hitting under 300, and that's Kenny Santiwan, who's coming into the 6 hole in relief of Alec Hutt, who had been in that 6th spot most of the latter half of this season. He'd been struggling a little bit. They felt they needed to make a change. Everybody else, 300 or better.
Yeah, and one of the guys that's really doing well is Gio Battistoni. He gets kind of a lucky piece right there to go through. But, his bread and butter, his wheelhouse is kind of low and inside, and then he just brings out his pitching wedge and goes yard over the right field fence.
Vaderz didn't feel too good about that, kind of walked sheepishly down to first base, but it's a leadoff hit nonetheless. Kenny Santiwan will step in with one on, nobody out.
Guys like Kenny Santiwan that you don't know them that well yet, so you might test to see if they have anything. But when you get tested, they usually win because in PLW, any one of these guys can hit a home run at any time, except Chad.
He almost got one this season, Trench. I was here for it. He hit that ball harder than I'd ever seen. Got a triple out of it, I think. Outside, 1-2. Really, Santiwan just needs to be looking to lift this ball. The wind will do the rest. Outside, full count. Fouled off. And for some reason, somebody's turned on the scoreboard in right field. We know that thing doesn't work. I'll have somebody run out there and turn it off in between innings. Why wouldn't it be on?
It could be, right. It could be one of the groundskeepers.
Could be a poltergeist, gremlin.
He is really fighting it off. Yeah. I don't know if those were going to be balls or not, but if we take a look at the replay.
Good fight by Kenny Santiwan. Killebrew 23, Vaders scored off a solo shot from Ethan Ibarra. Kenny Santiwan's going to poke that one into right field. What an at-bat for 88.
Yeah, I might start calling Kenny Santi 2, Kenny Santi 1, and then I'll Billy Santi 2 if he's going to start hitting like that.
He hit that into the outfield to the right side of second base. As such, Gio Battistoni will advance over to third. Runners on the corners, nobody out.
It's got to be a good feeling knowing that next up is your brother that goes right side and he's going to score.
That'll get all the way to the wall. It'll clear the bases and tack on two more. Battistoni will score. Santiwan will score. His brother Billy will land on second.
I got to be questioning a little bit of the pitching right now. I don't know if I want... Ibarra might be the last. It's a tough situation for me right here. I usually go with my gut, and I feel like Ibarra's got advantage on this one.
3-0, still nobody out. Schmitty throw a straight ball, kind of a two-seamer, high and inside. It's in there, but it's 58. It's ball 2.
Yeah, and Schmitty has a memory. He remembers the last time he faced Ibarra.
12-6, down, 3-1 to Ibarra.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's going to get shot into dead center field. But Spencer Barrick's waiting there for the first out of the inning.
Ibarra knows that if he got a little bit more elevation on that, it would have been gone. But Schmitty's got to be careful on those 3-1, 3-2 pitches. You cannot even come close to throwing a cookie to these guys.
Kyle Etter will swing at the first pitch and foul it back.
That's what I like to see out of Schmitty right there. Being aggressive on the first pitch, inside, gives him a good cut, but didn't really have a good look.
That tinked the pipe, but it was 64.
Yeah, just testing the waters right there. Etter, he's a baller. He might swing at something in 62, 63 range, but it was just a bit outside.
Down into the turf. 2-2.
This is going to be a big pitch right here. A lot of action I'm expecting from Schmitty.
Swing and a miss. Kyle Etter will strike out for the second out.
Oh, man. Dead center pan. Etter could not get to it. That could have been really bad, but Schmitty confident in that pitch as Tanner Roundy is going to come up to bat.
The ones are going to do the lefty shift for the right-handed batting Tanner Roundy. And protect against his oppo tendencies. Justin Spurriel will stand alone between third and second.
Yeah, and Roundy, he's got that chain that says Savage on it, and that's exactly how he's been playing. He said he might mint me up one that I could wear in the booth sometime.
58 miles per hour is over the speed limit. 2-1. Down in the turf. Schmitty's going to have to throw something to Roundy here.
Yeah, you don't want to go outside to Roundy. He'll just poke it to the right side hard.
Goes right up the middle, and Roundy's going to shoot it into dead center field, but just not enough. Scottez Dobbins positioned perfectly to bring that in for the third and final out.
I thought that was going to go a little bit further, kind of died down right there. Good defense by Scottez Dobbins, but Vader's still on top, 3-2-0 as we go into the top of the third.
Yeah, these guys are too good. They're going to adjust that launch angle trench. They're just going to get it up into these Tier 2 wins. And shots like that are going to get out of the park easily.
Yeah, as you know, we end the season here in a championship game possibly tonight. I want to give a special thanks to all our sponsors out there. They've been hanging out on the fence for quite some time. I want to start with Cheers Beauty. That's Shane Weber's wife, Emily. She has this little Cheers Beauty shop where you can get some products. Got to give it up to some of those people out there that are really, really part of the community out here.
There it is. You're always a winner when you wax. You can check out www.cheersbeauty.com. Waxing, skin treatments, brush and lash tinting.
They use mermaid wax.
It's vegan wax.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
Billy Santiwan will return to the mound for the Vaders. Justin Spurrier.
Dodo's looks like he's the doorman of the container.
Rolled over. That's a foul ball. Alec Hutt gathered that in just to the left of the line.
You think he's charging to get up there, GK?
Looks like James Perez has joined the Warbirds crew up there.
Yeah, James, he's liable to bring a grill. Vaders.
Knuckleball inside to Spurrier.
Dodo's the bouncer. I love it.
Oh, wow. I thought that was going to come back in. Spurrier works it himself into a full count. He got a piece of that one, fouled it back into the strike zone.
I got to say it again. To throw a 47-mile-an-hour deadpan like that and know that they're going to have trouble swinging is just very, very confident.
And there it is. Walk number 1. Justin Spurrier will trot down to first base. Santiwan has thrown a lot of complete games in season number 4 here. Danger of walking out now as he throws his first walk in the third inning. For our brand new viewers, you're allowed 1 walk as a pitcher. If you walk 2 batters, you can no longer pitch in that game.
The ones know how big of a walk that was. It just puts a little bit more pressure on the pitcher, but like you said earlier, how many games he's completed with 1 walk early.
Looks like we got another poll up in the chat. Going to miss high over the top of the strike zone. How long have you been watching PLW? Oh, my. 49% since day one. That's loyalty, Trench. 47% have just joined us here in season number 4. And we got a couple of, exactly 2 brand new viewers.
That's going to jump
That's just jumped up to 4.
Oh, those numbers are climbing. Billy.
Shot to the right side and off the hands of Tanner Roundy.
There's pros and cons about being tall as an outfielder. One of them is it just takes a little longer to lean over and grab that wiffle ball. It cost him a base right there. Of course, on higher balls, you want him jumping out of the stadium, but right there, it cost him a base.
Because Tanner Roundy was able to touch that ball before it hit the back wall, Justin Spurrier will hold at third base. So runners on second and third for Scottez Dobbins. Nobody out. One's threatening.
Oof, man, Dobbins is really swinging for the heavens right there. If he makes connection, this is going to go a long, long way.
It looks like it is now standing room only on the container. Dobbins will watch a knuckleball in there at 106. It was definitely not 106. Down below, our technical director will swipe to the side and see if that was a bat wave reading or just a false reading. If it was a false reading, then they're probably going to end up calling no pitch on that.
If I'm Billy, I'm super upset. I know for sure that dropped in under 55. He's got to be upset about that one right there as Chad Phillips, Tim Riley immediately engaging in what needs to happen right here.
Yeah.
Oh, no pitch for
it's
Billy.
No pitch. That is got to be bad for Billy. I got to say, Trench, it is hot out here. A lot of this equipment for this broadcast not really designed to be in the sun in this kind of heat. It's probably doing the best it can, eagerly awaiting the sun to get down below the horizon.
Yeah, and it's going to happen real soon as Billy's looking at throwing a 1-2 count here.
He's going to pop it up. It's going to travel, but Roundy's underneath it. The tag play is on, and Spurrier committed.
Did he get there?
And he got there.
How?
3 umpires all over it. It looked like Santiwan bobbled the relay throw.
Look at the defense come in on the throw. Heads up defense as the infielders come to watch, to guard the sides right there in case it was an errant throw. That's a unbelievable move right there.
Spurrier,
I'm thinking most defenses wouldn't do that.
Sorry to interrupt you,
No,
Trent.
go.
Spurrier did commit. He tried to hold up, but his team let him know that he had crossed that commit line, so his second effort got him going, and if Santiwan hadn't bobbled that, he would have been out easily.
Man, an exciting play here. Hideaway field, but now runners, that's gone.
That is absolutely gone. Anything hit that high is gone. Goot with a 2-run bomb to tie this game.
Man, he's got a lot of power. And Alicia at home, she is jumping for joy as her man just drops a nuke into the Hollis tree. You can see how riled up these guys are, GK.
And the ones level the playing field 3-3.
Wow, he launched that deep over the fence. And here's Cody Schmidt up to bat now. 1 out, all knotted up at 3.
Ball 1 outside. Schmidt's going to roll over this one. It's going to come back fair.
Oh, he's got to hurry this up.
And he turfs it.
Oh.
Here's what I saw on that play, Trench.
Go, tell me, please, because I'm cringing.
Alicut put one hand down because that's what he's been doing since he was in Little League. That would have been a fantastic baseball play if you're wearing a mitt. He's not.
He's definitely not. You have to get in front of that. Goalie style, at least go down 2 hands like Adam Couts. But Adam Couts, of course, a more superior defender. You got to get your body in front of that.
Yeah, he's going to have to fight his instincts to play like a baseball player. As Apple Zoller will swing underneath and strike out.
Total momentum shift right now going in the one's favor as J Spur, Justin Spurrier up to bat, 2 outs, runner on first.
That's going to be shot towards Hutt. Chance to redeem himself. He'll go over to second base. Gio's a little bit late getting there. He's not going to go for the double play because he doesn't need to go for the double play. It's a 3rd out of the inning.
Yeah, right there. Hutt does go down 2 hands. Slings it over to Gio for out number 3. We're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd, but not after the ones go 1-1-1 on the Vaders to knot it up at 3 in the 3rd inning.
This is going to be a good series, Trench. These teams are pretty evenly matched. The ones obviously missing Ryan Chen, not only a huge batting .436 in the regular season, but one of the best pitchers in the league. Ryan Chen is your PLW Spring 2022 most valuable player, and he deserves every bit of it.
Let me tell you what I would have done if I was the ones tonight. I would have got a cardboard cutout of Chen's face and put it on Tyler Applezoller and let these guys at least fear that mug, because when he's in the box, he's the most fearsome-looking player in Premier League Wiffle.
He's 6'5". He has to hunch over that strike zone. He is as intimidating as they come out here in PLW.
Twice this year, he hit 7 home runs in a series, both tying the record with Buck Burner, or Buck Burner tied his.
Speaking of awards, we do have a couple more awards to announce this evening. We'll get to our next award announcement in the next inning break. For now, Gio Battistoni steps into the box for the Vaders.
Oh, nasty outside pitch by Schmidt right there.
12-6, top pipe outside. Battistoni led off the bottom of the 2nd as well with a base hit. It was kind of a spinner, snuck past Spurrier. This is a comebacker. Schmidt's going to bat it down. Goot picks up the garbage, tosses it easily into the backstop for the 1st out.
Yeah, even on his side, you got to be careful with that one-handed snag. Sometimes it doesn't go the way you like it, but fortunately Goot right there to clean it up, get out number 1.
Goot doesn't do too much on that throw, just kind of tosses it in lightly, but it's effective.
Mateo hit 7 in a game as well. Jeez.
It's a lot of home runs. We're talking one series, not one game.
Yeah, 1 series.
Yeah, one series. Okay.
Tom holds the record, 1 game 4.
Yeah. Tank 53 miles per hour. Get ahead of Kenny Santiwan, 1-2. Slider outside. 2-2. I brought the hot cocoa stove, which is sitting behind us tonight, Trench.
I know.
Keeping our cocoa warm.
I might have to go grab it.
It's going to get Adam Couch making a good play. He's going to flip it to Spurrier. Spurrier will make the toss. I got 5:09 on the top clock. We're going to average 3 watches together here because it was a very, very close play.
Oh, my.
15:02 safe.
1/100ths or 3/100ths of a second.
This is exactly why we have 3 watches as Scoot appeals and kind of makes a case for him being safe. We had 3 watches. They were all very close to one another. Average all 3 together. And if it's over 15 seconds.
What a great play by AK. If he could have just got that a split second earlier. And lucky, Jay Spur was not lucky they didn't get the out, but Jay Spur's a lefty. They really had a chance right there.
57, just a little bit hot to Santiwan. You can hear the oven behind
Man,
me
that stove
firing
is
up.
hot.
Santiwan will swing and miss. Rolled over. Double play ball. Spurrier will flip it to Couts. Couts will make the play into the center panel. 4-3-2. Double play to end the inning.
Listen, I got to tell you, I think Couts makes the smoothest throws from second base. It's just got a good, it's like a submarine pitch almost, just a longer version, smoother version of it.
Yeah, Adam Couts, one of the best fielders in the league. He was the recipient of a Gold Glove here in season number 4. You know who else won a Gold Glove this year? Ryan Roosh of the Cajuns. Congratulations, Mr. Roosh, our 6th and final Gold Glove recipient to announce here in season number 4. We've got one more award left to announce, and we'll do it later on this evening, and that will be your Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I don't know how the length of the bus he rode to school, but I'm assuming it was real short.
There he is, Mr. Roosh himself in attendance tonight as a fan with his manager, Andrew Leday. Leday, of course, used to play for the Ones. He's wearing his old jersey. There he is. I think, did he shave the mustache?
Who is that man?
He did. I don't even recognize him without the headband and the mustache.
Yeah.
What a nice young man. Looks very respectable out there. Not at
that
all.
man sells solar power, doesn't he? Or solar panels.
Does he?
I don't know, but that's the look that you'd have if you did.
Yep. When I look out my peephole and see that outfit, I usually let's go right back to the couch. Adam Couch will lead off here in the top of the 4th. And he's going to get ahead of Santiwan 2-1.
Oh, this would be huge if they could get after Santiwan right here.
He's going to smash that one. Hutt, he's having trouble with it. Will he have time?
I don't know.
4.68. Good recovery from Alec Hutt.
Man, that felt like way longer. Didn't it? I feel like
It's just because he was scrambling around so fast.
I feel like when we're out there, it happens so fast, right?
But again, you can see that he wants to pick it clean out of the air. The exit velocities, as Scottez Dobbins pops up here for the second out, the exit velocities are similar to what you see in Major League Baseball, but the distance is half.
Right.
You just can't pick it clean. And if you take a strategy where you're trying to do that all the time, you're going to make unnecessary errors.
It's like being a rookie in poker. Sure, you might win some hands, but long game, you're going to lose back to the house.
That's a great analogy. Into the pan, but it's 61. 1-2 to Adrian Gutierrez. He'll even the count. Goot, of course, tied this ball game up with a 2-run shot in the top of the 3rd. And he's going to split the 5-6 hole and get aboard here in the 4th.
I got him as my MVP for the last 2 innings.
Yeah. I mean, we knew that guys were going to have to step up and fill the void of Ryan Chen, and if they do it in the aggregate, that'll work just as well. That's going to get high, and that will be gone. A 2-run shot by Cody Schmidt puts the ones ahead, 5-3.
Holy Schmitty shitty, whatever. Unbelievable launch angle. This guy comes up clutch when need be, and he is going to be the recipient of that chain that's looking clean. It's looking crisp. Look at that.
2-run shot by Cody Schmidt puts the ones ahead, 5-3. That'll bring up Tyler Applezoller. He's going to check his swing.
You know, if there was any gang that I'd want to join, it'd be the chain gang.
Knuckleball will dance but miss outside. That's to left field.
Oh,
and that's
my
gone.
God.
A solo shot by Tyler Applezoller makes it 6-3.
Apple turns that wiffle ball into applesauce, and look at him go. The ones are going straight bananas. The chain gang there to anoint him as another home run off of Billy Santi Juan. Unbelievable.
PLW Nation is shocked.
I told you he's dangerous, man. He doesn't swing much, but when he does, that's what he does.
Swing and a miss by Spurrier. Everybody with a magenta 2 next to their name right now is absolutely ecstatic.
Oh, good pitch
Inside.
by Billy.
Shot through the middle. Justin Spurrier will get on base. They're doing this all with 2 outs, Trench.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as the weather progressed to warmer, the knuckleball maybe not moving as much, as teams are starting to hit them just a tiny bit better, but maybe not. Each team's different, I guess. Some people just, have an eye for it, some don't. And I guess the ones tonight so far are really keening in on Billy Santi Juan's knuckleball.
Bring up Adam Couts, who led off this inning. He's going to swing underneath the first pitch.
Yeah, I saw Couts take 6 scoops of his AK-47 formula prior to this series. Let me tell you, he is jazzing up.
Inside, 1-2. Swung on and missed. Adam Couts will strike out for the third and final out of the inning, but not before the ones put up 3 more and grab the lead 6-3 as we move into the bottom of the 4th inning.
Listen, the Vaders know that that's not an insurmountable lead. They could come back, take the lead 8-6 in just 1 inning. But we're going to see how Schmidt does on the mound. He's given up 3 so far through 4. So, by stats, he's going to give up another 1 or 2. So it's still a game, no doubt.
Yep. But this has got to feel good for this one squad. They came into this series feeling a little bit down, having obviously their best player not in attendance. He's been with them all season long. He's gotten them to the championship series, and then he can't be there for the climax.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little, something to say about that. That might fire your team up even more, and that's what's scary about when you're missing one of your guys. It's like Band of Brothers out there. You're trying to, your boy's the Medal of Honor guy out there just leading your troops to war, and he's not here, and you're going to back him up.
Cody Schmidt will return to the mound for the ones. Ethan Ibarra will lead off for the Vaders here in the bottom of the 4th. He's going to shoot the first pitch over the container, instantly eat into that deficit, 6-4.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Buck had a laser beam shot at him. It looks like he was, I don't know, making a taco or something, and his head, he didn't have it turned around, and he almost got hit by a wiffle ball.
Not unusual to see the PLW players up on the container for the championship series. A lot of Warbirds up there. They're known to maybe wager a little bit on who might catch a home run ball.
Oh, no. Buck's got to be beside himself.
Inside pitch from Cody.
He could have probably won a little bit of spending cash right there.
It might have been a 4-1 win that he just missed there. Eder will roll over that one foul.
Well, he doesn't need the money. He's got his jerky going. He's got great things happening here at Hideaway Field.
I'm seeing a theme out here at Hideaway Field. People who used to play for either one of the respective teams wearing their old jerseys. I see Scotty Burley, now a Sand Viper, along the third base side wearing his Vaders jersey. He was, of course, traded this season. As Cody Schmidt strikes out Kyle Eder.
Just Cloud TV says, Eder, take my energy. Love it. A lot of fun we have with all our viewers. 540. We're going to eclipse that 600 mark when I get over to TikTok in between innings.
Tanner Roundy will swing at an inside pitch. Fall behind 0-2.
There's the Storm Glider. Says hello.
Checks his swing, and rightly so. 62 miles per hour was hot. Always great to see you, Glider. 58 is also hot. Good eye by Tanner Roundy.
Yeah, Storm Glider really stepping up his Twitch game. Tunes in. Very, very interactive. Love having him around.
Swing and a miss by Roundy. He will strike out for the second out of the inning. Got a poll up in the chat right now. Series result. 1 sweep, Vaders sweep. 1s and 4, Vaders and 4. Either team in 5 right now. The overwhelming sentiment, Vaders in 4.
I mean, obviously the wild card, the semis, you only got to win 2 games. To win 3 games is, you got to really play some chess out there.
Yeah. I, like you, big fan of the move to a best-of-5 series in the championship. If we're going to play 54 games to make sure the cream rises to the top, and it has.
Yeah.
We got the number 1 and number 2 team out here. We deserve to give them more games, let variance play its course. And make sure the best team winds up on top.
Let the managers manage. Like when you have a longer series, you could really manage your team.
Yep. For those of you in the chat, I saw a couple of questions about how the pitching works. We're going to play 3 games tonight no matter what, and the pitching will work just like every other night in a 3-game series. And we'll just start over again tomorrow should we need it, just with 1 less game.
Not a good swing by Gio, and he knows it as that shimmy thing is happening again. Watch this. Oh, way outside.
Cody Schmidt gave up a solo shot on the first pitch of the inning to Ethan Ibarra, and then he struck out Eder, Roundy, and Battistoni in order after that. And the ones retain a lead, 6-4.
Yeah, you got to be happy if you're the ones right there. I mean, he's on pace to give up 6, and that's how many they have, so they literally just need to score 1 to cover this.
I want to point out a brand new camera, part of our production here at Hideaway Field. You can see it's a little closer to eye level. We still have Skycam 1 giving you great shots from high above Hideaway Field. But we've got RoboCam 1 on the first base side now, a little closer to field level, and just giving you yet another angle to see this wonderful game that we love.
Yeah, speaking of angles, Tanner Roundy has been throwing angling slide pieces and screwball pieces towards that strike zone. He's been K'ing up dudes left and right. I expect big things out of him on the mound. He was very confident after his pitching performance last series. I think it's going to carry over to this one.
Yeah, Tanner Roundy, very good in the semifinals. Trench, do you feel like once he settles in, he gets through that first inning, his confidence just goes up? And he's like good to go for the rest of the game.
He's as dangerous as any pitcher out there. I'm really respecting his game right now. And when a player has confidence in themselves, that's what I look for.
Roundy misses inside with that screwball. That really is the pitch he likes to go to. He's going to hit a slider there, and Dobbin's going to put it over the scoreboard. Gio Battistoni tries to get after it. He thinks maybe if he timed his jump better, he might have had it. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit more hops right there. And I don't know where he started his defense, but when the wind is blowing out, there is no doubt you have to have your hand against the fence on contact. You do not want to be forced in a position where you have to go backwards and try to jump. I just don't know how it happens.
Yeah, if they duck one into shallow, they duck one into shallow.
Right.
You just got to play the numbers.
And then he smacks the scoreboard. I thought he'd maybe take one of those pillars out. Gio's pretty strong.
A solo shot by Scott Tez Dobbins increases the lead as Adrian Gutierrez will roll over that one. Tanner Roundy will take it himself. I think he hit the batter. Yeah, he hit Goot in the top of the foot. A little bit of an errant throw from Roundy.
What is up with these pitchers, man? They have a tough time hitting a backstop that's like 24 feet wide and 10 feet tall from 15 feet out.
I think kind of the in vogue thing to do if you get a comebacker is to just kind of wind up and throw it really hard into the backstop to see how fast you can get it on the radar. And every once in a while, they'll hang on too tight and turf it.
Man, scary stuff here in the championship game.
Shot up the middle, Cody Schmidt. Easy double off the pocket radar sign.
Listen, that wasn't an easy pitch to hit, kind of a screwball with a lot of movement, but he waits on it perfectly, goes right back up the middle, double.
Runner in scoring position, 1 out. Ones have a 3-run lead here in the top of the 5th, and they are looking to shock the PLW world here, especially all the wiffle ball point bettors.
Oof, nasty pitch by Tanner to the outside corner screwball. Remember, Tyler Applezoller went applesauce his last at-bat. Let's see if it puts a little cinnamon on this one.
It's going to have a good eye here. 1-2. Screwball. Actually, it was more like a 12-6.
When he comes to that
down.
left side, it's very, very difficult to see what's going on with a pitch like that. A lot of movement, a lot of stuff going on there. I kind of think of it sometimes as a little Hail Mary throw. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then so be it.
Another screwball from Roundy on this high and away. Royalty and a can, letting everybody know how to not go all in on your wiffle ball points. The screwball will miss outside and low.
Spur would love to drive in Schmitty right here.
56 is a ball. Wow.
Does he have a walk already or no?
No.
Okay, so that's good. A walk here doesn't hurt him too bad.
$55 double nickels. And getting over pitch was perfect.
How do you throw a screwball 55 down the middle?
On a 3-1 count when you know 56 will walk him. Screwball inside 50 miles per hour. Tanner Roundy will strike out Spurrier to end the inning.
GK, I know you know how sick of a pitch that was on a 3-2 count, not only to hit the pan, but to ice Jay Spur.
Look at this. Look at this replay here. Let's see if we still have that strikeout. Oh, yeah, he was headed to first base.
I mean, look at the movement of this thing. So he's already 6 feet to his left, and then he throws it 8 feet across with a little bit of screw action as Brad Ogden showing up with some snacks for his crew.
Wondering if there's room up on the container for him. You're going to have to bring your own chair if you want any room up on the container. Standing room only tonight in the PLW Championship.
I mean, we're going to need a scissor lift to get him up there with those knees he has.
Drench, 517 viewers watching us live on Twitch. We've got, looks like, I don't know, I can't tell, but it's usually a few thousand watching us on TikTok. For those of you who are just watching us on TikTok, if you're going to watch for a couple of seconds, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to really experience this game, come over to Twitch. It's written right there on the field. You're going to see 5 different camera angles, full commentary. You can bet, redeem wiffle points, talk in the chat, and really enjoy this game as it was meant to be seen. So we'll see you over here on Twitch, TikTokers.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about being over here on Twitch is zooming in on these players after big action moments like strikeouts by Tanner or home runs by Ibarra or a good play by Dobbs. We zoom in on those guys. We shout out, we shoot instant replays, all that type of stuff, so you could really see the emotion here at Premier League Wiffle.
Really love to see how far this product has come along in the short time that we have been on the air here on Twitch. Trying to improve it every day as Billy Santiwan is just going to rip it right through the 5-6 hole for a base hit.
Yeah, good base hit by Santiwan right here as a very, very dangerous Ethan Ibarra up to bat right now. And we're going to see if Schmitty could get past these guys.
Ibarra, that solo shot to lead off the last inning, but he'll fall behind 0-2.
It's actually a really good pitch by Schmitty to come in a tad bit hot. Hard to catch up to that.
Down into the turf. 1-2.
Yeah, that won't be his last pitch that he throws really low. Watch for this one to go outside, though.
That's going to be high.
Spencer on the run. Man,
Wonderful
he is
play.
good.
He just gets such a good jump on the ball, and he's able to accelerate so quickly.
Him and David Harley Jr., man, they just go from 0 to 60 so fast that a play like that looks like it's going to drop, but they just flash over. Incredible.
Barrick and Harley surely got a lot of Gold Glove votes. They didn't make it into the top 6, but I want to give them an honorable mention, as I know there's plenty of people out there in Wiffle World that wanted to see them get a Gold Glove.
Again, Schmitty goes hot with 59, gets a swing at an Eder. Now up in the count 0-2. You cannot play around with Eder right here. Got to come after him.
Hot. It's 63.
631 viewers, GK, as we are rocking out tonight. Thursday night Whiffs championship game as Schmitty throws one high and outside to even up the count. 2-2.
As here come the legends in the outfield. I saw Ogden. Now I see another Billy of the Osgood variety. As Kyle Letter's going to pop this into left field, Spencer Barrick will make another out.
Yeah, they're finally coming out with the trilogy of Angels in the outfield. The third piece of that part is going to be Legends in the outfield. Should be coming out probably spring 2023. Keep your eyes peeled for that one.
Osgood came prepared with his own chair. I think somebody, or maybe he's just got sitting in the back of his car all the time.
Listen, ones have to feel good, up 7-4 right now, and they have bats in their hand. But at the same time, you know you're playing the Vaders. You'd love to get a couple across here.
They're absolutely thinking pedal to the metal, get as many as they can here. Yes, they are 3 outs away, but they would love to tack some on. Wind still blowing, maybe even picking up a little bit here. Up there in the Tier 2, it's been blowing all afternoon. It's starting to drop down to the field a little bit as well.
How many innings did Billy pitch this game? Do you know?
3 full innings.
3 full?
Yep.
Okay, so
Roundy came in the 4th.
He's got 6 to go then. Good move to put Tanner in there to save Billy as they're down.
Roundy will miss high for ball 1. This one's popped up. Ethan Ibarra will call for it loudly, and he'll gather it in for the first out.
Oh, man, if you could have picked up AK's reaction on that one. He is very disappointed in that swing, as that was a ball he likes to crush over the container.
Roundy's going to step off sideways and miss high to Dobbins. 1-1. Turf ball, 2-1.
And AK getting fierce rowdy over there on the third base side. Really wants to pump up Dobbins right here.
Another screwball down. 3-1 to Dobbins.
I got to see the mental fortitude out of Tanner Roundy right here. Sometimes he gets a little down on himself when he gets behind. Let's see if he could get something over the top.
Red light all the way, and it doesn't even come close. Dobbins will take a walk to first base. First walk registered against Tanner Roundy.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's been pitching, it makes me think that maybe he kind of didn't want to dance with Dobbins right there. But, I mean, do you want to dance with Goot?
No. Goot had a 2-run shot back in the 3rd inning, put it into the Hollis tree.
M. Keen, Stream. My back doing okay. We're about 85%.
Trench, take this pitch. I'm going to go over to the oven for a moment.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. That oven is crackling like Rice Krispies. 2-1 count.
Chad, would you like a hot cocoa?
No, we need him primed up. Can you imagine him 1 cocoa deep?
Oh, wow. That shot into left field, and that will be gone. A 2-run shot by Adrian Gutierrez makes it 9-4.
The distance for his 2 home runs tonight are super, super far out there. He's letting out some grunts tonight as Roundy gives up that shot. Adrian Gutierrez, Alicia Goots at home. He is definitely getting some home cooking, if you know what I mean.
Adrian Gutierrez adds to the ones lead, 9-4.
He's a stud, man. He's really brought his game the last season and a half. And the ones well on their way so far to trying to take game number 1. But this is a long, long season, or series.
Roundy will step off laterally and go with the slider there, mixing things up, but he'll miss outside.
Let me tell you, GK,
Popped up, but right to Ethan Ibarra.
if we had a blood pressure monitor on Sasai, the owner of the Vaders right now, what do you think it'd be tapping out at?
140/90.
Is that bad?
Like that? It's not good. You don't want that high of a diastolic. Into the pan, but 52. Oh, did that bounce? Ball or strike, Chad? Ball, thank you. Sometimes we can't quite see from our vantage point if it take the pipe on the way down or the way up.
Beaver Inspector, I see you in there, man. Love having you here at the championship series. All the regulars coming in for this one, GK. Love having them around, and love having all the new people that are just tuning in. If you've been an OG and watching for a few weeks, give a warm welcome to some people that just joined PLW Nation. Wow, that's cool. See you there, too.
Welcome to the community. Each and every one, 2-2 to Tyler Applesolder. He's going to pop this one into center field. Kyle Letter will have plenty of time as that ball really hung up in the air. That is the third and final out.
They're going to need 5 to bring this to extra inning 6 to walk it off. Who are they going to bring to the mound once again? Schmidt coming in. Listen, I was a little worried with him giving up some runs. He did give up 4, but listen, the ones have responded 9 of their own. So he could go out there very, very confident with a 5-run lead, but you can't be too confident. A walk here, a single and another walk, and all of a sudden a bar is up.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, just scanning the ones crowd here. Our producers are going to choose a player for us to interview in between games number 1 and 2. And if this score holds, I have a feeling it's going to be Adrian Gutierrez. 2 2-run shots.
Yeah, just bringing a total energy to the one squad. Filling in those gaps like we've talked about Ryan Chen being absent, but these guys they're warriors out there, and they're doing it for him.
Tanner Roundy will step into the box. Bottom of the order due up here for the Vaders. He's going to get a lead-off double as he lasers that down the third baseline. They were playing him like a righty with 2 fielders on the right side, and he just pulled the ball to where they weren't.
He's too good of a hitter. He could do that. He knows how to play wiffle ball. If he sees an opening, he's going right there. He's just so good at hitting an opposite field, and that's what he feasts off of. But he's capable of just hitting it down the line
His
as well.
teammate Billy Santiwan used to go almost exclusively to the right side, and all the defenses adjusted, and so he adjusted back and started pulling the ball. Lefty Gio Battistoni will step in. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. His team trailing by 5.
That was a wheelhouse pitch. Gio knows it.
Exactly.
Just got under it. I'm going to read a message here after this batter about Fuzzy Beanbag, talking about how great it is over here on Twitch.
That's 1.
Fouled back into the strike zone with a 2-strike count. Will be allowed 1 time. If Battistoni were to foul another one into the strike zone, he would be called out. That is a chopper, and Spurrier unable to make a wiffle ball play on it, Trench.
Oh, man,
Tried to make the baseball play.
Yeah, I think he's got to get in front of that one. Schmitty kind of put his arm out there, then quickly snatched it back in to make his shortstop grab that play. It might have messed with his timing a bit, but you still have to body up these balls, and I don't know what season it's going to come in before these guys start to get in front of these.
Spurrier, a very accomplished softball player here in the leagues in Las Vegas, and that's a play that he'll make easily if he's got a glove on his hand. So a lot of those fundamentals and instincts are hard to turn off when you get onto the wiffle ball field.
We're just going over this. It could easily be a couple runners on and somebody's up. They really need to get this out right here. A lot of pressure on Schmitty. They'd love to turn 2.
Kenny Santiwan, easily capable of lifting this up into the wind. He's going to get it into the wind, but not deep enough. Spencer Barrick. He's gonna run in. I love it.
That is such a great play by Spencer Barrick to say, I dare you. I'm just gonna run in as while you decide, and then just mosey you back, get you back on that third base. Unbelievable play by Spencer. I love not making a throw attempt even right there.
Yep, I love it. He's got the wheels. He can certainly cover a lot of ground fast. Very smart heads up. High wiffle ball IQ play by Spencer Barrick.
1 out here in the bottom of the sixth. They're 2 outs away, 1 strike away from having 2 outs.
Check swing. They'll try to turn 2 here. Spurrier gets the force out. He will not hit the center panel.
That's going to score a run. Tanner Roundy's going to come in, and now it's 9-5 as Ethan Ibarra is up with a runner on 2 outs. They are 1 out away from claiming game 1 of this best-of-5 series between the 2 top teams in the league. Respectfully so.
RBI fielder's choice there for Billy Santiwan. Ibarra's going to pop this one up. Schmidt's not going to be able to get it in fair territory. It's definitely a foul ball. We do have a front foul line here. Definitely a front foul line. Call it the cheap line. Ibarra's going to shoot it to the right side. That's going to dunk in foul territory. So close, Trench.
I had a great view on that. I watched it the whole way, and it was just about half a wiffle ball from hitting that fair line. That would have been a big play.
Down into the turf. 2-2. Full count.
Honestly, a walk. You don't want to walk right here, but you also don't want to give up the jack. And then you got Kyle Etter up with 2 on. It'd be rough stuff going on.
That is a walk to Ethan Ibarra. The first walk of the game. Issued by Cody Schmidt.
Look at AK coming to Schmitty right now. They're going to have a little team meeting about what they want to do here. And AK says, listen, finish this guy. Big stuff going on here in the bottom of the 6th.
Always dangerous. Kyle Etter steps in. Cody Schmidt will get him to foul off the first pitch. And the ones are 1 strike away from taking game number 1.
If I'm Schmitty, I got to go 58, 59 high and hope he swings and misses.
Does speed it up. Etter will foul it back into the pan.
Doesn't matter how good you are, your nerves start to get jumpy as you know that you're down in the count 0-2 against a nasty pitcher and you need some runs.
63 miles per hour. Good discipline. Kyle Etter.
Man, what a great take by Etter right there.
Fouled back. Missed the strike zone. If he had fouled that one back into the pan, the game would have been over.
These are 2 guys going toe-to-toe right now above the speed limit. Who's going to win on an off-speed pitch is what it's going to come down to.
Takes good discipline by Etter again to even the count.
This is just set up pitches by Schmitty. It's when he pulls the trigger on the off speed and who's going to win.
Full count now.
Man, Etter having one of his best at-bats ever right now.
12-6 misses high. Etter will walk to first. The bases are loaded. And Cody Schmidt will walk to the dugout.
Oh, my God, what an eye by Etter. Listen, this guy jumps out of his shoes every chance he could get to have the plate discipline, to have the eye that he just had right there, fouling off 61s, 57s. I get it. Those are balls. But in this moment, he lives for it. What a great at-bat.
Incredibly good discipline showed by Kyle Letter. He didn't swing at anything that wasn't a strike in that at-bat. He had one hot pitch maybe that he fouled off, but you call that a good fight, and he does win the battle. Takes a walk to first base, gets Cody Schmidt out of the game, and we'll see Adam Couts here in relief. Couts, of course, really had to hold this one's team up during season number 3, while Ryan Chen and Cody Schmidt were both missing from the squad.
Listen, I've called a lot of games where AK comes in with the bases loaded and gets them out of a jam. They really need him here. One thing I really want to just talk about real quick with Eder one more time is the last thing you wanted to do that at-bat, GK, is go down looking.
Right.
So you're definitely going to be swinging on pitches 56, 57, 58. I can't say it again how incredible that at-bat was.
So here we are. Adam Couts on in relief of Cody Schmidt. The bases are loaded.
Tanner's got that savage chain on. Man, this is such a big at-bat. Tanner, last year's Rookie of the Year, going against a veteran, AK-47, Adam Couts.
Trench, it doesn't get any more tense than this. A home run would be a grand slam. It would tie this game. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Game on the line. Inside, 2-1. And he shoots it past Spurrier. That will score 2.
Now a home run would end the game as there's 2 runners on to Gio Battistoni. And I feel like AK had to get that through his system right here. He might come back and throw a nice little at-bat here, but Gio on fire for a long time right now.
Swing and a miss from Battistoni.
He wanted to win it so bad right there. Let's see if AK has been watching film, if he knows his opponent. See what he drums up right here, GK.
Do not go low and inside to Battistoni.
And he did. He missed right there. AK missed and almost gave the Vaders the win. Oh. Here we go.
I can't take this tension. He's going to pop it up.
Dobbins.
Dobbins way in on it, and he brings it in. The Ones will take game number 1 by a final score of 9-7. Trench, your thoughts after this amazing game?
I don't even know if I could think the intensity out here during that pitch. You could cut a knife through that. It was, oh man, my heart was pounding for these guys.
We are going to talk with our producers offline in just a moment and see who they want us to interview after this game. I do want to thank you all for joining us. Game number 1 of this best-of-5 series is in the books. The Ones take it by a score of 9-7, and we'll be right back with game number 2 after this. And we are live back here at Hideaway Field. Greg Kelly and Trench Pacone. You are watching Premier League Wiffle. You just watched the completion of game number 1 of a best-of-5 championship series between the Vaders and the Ones. The Ones take it by a final score of 9-7. Game number 2 getting set to get underway, but before we get there, let's go down to the sidelines. We've got Adrian Gutierrez over there at the visitor side. Goot, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
There he is.
Adrian, the first, question I'm going to ask you is, we know that Ryan Chen was not able to make this series tonight. How big of an energy boost is it to you guys knowing that your main guy isn't here?
Oh, it's huge. Chen's a big piece. He's the MVP, obviously, but we have faith in our guys, and we're going to battle. We see Billy well, and Chen was pumping us up before this, saying we're the deepest team in the league, and I think we're proving it right now.
Yeah, speaking of deep, both your home run balls traveled about 250 feet. Looked like you were seeing the pitches pretty well off Billy. Explain those at-bats real quick.
Look at this dude.
Oh, yeah.
We're not
Billy,
here,
I'm seeing him well. I know that first pitch is going to be a knuckleball coming in, and I'm just sitting on pitches. Billy's a great pitcher, but we're seeing him enough where we can pick our spots, and I got two good swings off him.
Yeah, well, I know Alicia Goot is watching at home, rooting you on. Good job for her and your ones. You got another game coming up. What do you expect in game number 2?
Oh, game number 2, it's going to be a dogfight. All these games are going to be a dogfight, but we're confident. They're deep in their pitching staff now. And, Schmitty pitched most of our innings, so I think we got an advantage here.
Going forward, are we going to see you on the mound at all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll be on the mound. With Chen missing and stuff, we all got to step up, so I'm going to be out there.
All right, well, congratulations on game number 1, and good luck for game number 2.
Thanks, guys.
There he is, Adrian Gutierrez. Two-run blasts for the ones on their way to a 9-7 victory and taking game number 1 of this best-of-5 set. He has stated that we will see him on the mound later on this evening, and we're going to try to get our pitchers down from the side. We expect to see Tanner Roundy return to the mound and possibly Adam Couts, but normally I just lean on my home plate umpire.
Chad Phillips, our most recognized umpire. He's the guy that wrote the PLW Bible. Is he over there?
Chad, tell us. Chad's not standing there.
He's not in his
Station.
station.
He's walking
now imagine,
around down on the field.
We had the national anthem, and we give thanks to all the things that our veterans are doing and our military people. Imagine if somebody left their battle station during those times.
Right. I can actually turn up the speaker on the field so that Chad can hear me, and he can let the broadcasters know, who are the starting pitchers in game number 2, because PLW Nation wants to know.
I don't even think PLW Nation has recovered when he was wearing that bathing suit with that top. It's been a long couple days for me.
Cody Schmidt's going to walk up here and let us know. Excuse me, who are the starting pitchers for this game?
Oh, GK's upset.
Thank you. Justin Spurrier will start, the lefty for the ones, and Tanner Roundy will start for the Vaders. Use that information as you will. Spurrier looked real good last night in 5 innings against the Snappers in the semifinal game.
Yeah, he's a confident pitcher. He's kind of been dealing a little bit lately as well. I think he just needed some intensity, some more innings, and he'd find the pan right there. But he gets nasty, and I just want to talk about what we're playing for, GK. It's right behind us.
There it is.
There it is. And what do you do to that cup, or what do you do with it after you win the championship?
You drink from it, Trench.
You
drink from the cup.
You drink from the cup. Let me tell you, we fill that flowing high with hot cocoa, and we pass it around those championship guys. And, man, it feels good to drink from that cup, GK.
Trench, let's take a look at the road to the playoffs and what it took to get here. We have a graphic standing by. The Sand Vipers and the Snappers faced off in a wild card game, best of 3. The Snappers took it 2-1. They faced the ones just last night and got swept. The Vaders swept the Legends over on Tuesday, and here we are, Vaders versus the ones, finals best of 5 tonight. We will play 3 games tonight, no matter what. If one team gets all 3, we will award that cup sitting behind us to the PLW champions tonight.
I might drink from the cup anyway.
As we see Kirby Bucket getting a little bit of exercise out on the field. Kirby's been largely stagnant throughout these playoff series as the pitchers have been so good. We haven't seen a whole lot of relief work.
Yeah, I mean, when you get deep into the playoffs, you're going to see the best pitchers, the deepest teams. They're not going to walk out as much.
As a reminder, we will alternate home and away throughout our playoff series. The Vaders, the away team for game number 2.
Lots of action coming in so far. Vaders got most of it, 250,000 about, versus the ones, 200,000 wiffle ball points. And let me tell you, get them in while you can. Why not?
There was over $1.3 million handle on game number 1. A little more subdued here in game number 2. As Billy Santiwan will shoot the first pitch into center field. Spencer Barrick will gather it in for out number 1.
Yeah, good piece. Barrick just happened to be there as Ethan Ibarra comes up to bat.
Ibar, as they like to call him, in the Vaders dugout. We'll look at ball 1 low. Justin Spurrier, the only lefty thrower on the one squad.
That's a good pitch, comes inside and jams. Ethan brings the count to 1-2.
12-6. Comebacker right through Spurrier's hands. The bar will make it to first base.
Oh, no, man, that went right through his clamping hands. He just couldn't get down on it as Kyle Etter now with Ethan Ibarra on first with one out, up to bat.
First pitch, good slider. Comes all the way back inside. Etter will swing and miss, fall behind 0-2. Foul that one off into RoboCam 1.
How do you feel about that? Is RoboCam 1 a durable piece of equipment?
Yeah, he'll be okay. 12-6 misses high. 2-2. Fouled off again.
You've seen the movie Rocky IV, right, GK?
I must break you.
Well, remember everybody was chanting for Drago?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they started chanting
For
Rocky. It might have a little bit of that feel right now where everybody was all over the Vaders, but the ones are kind of, creeping up on that
What
heart.
a story it would be. They come in without the league MVP, without their ace pitcher, without their best hitter by far, and they get it done there in game number 1. If they can come right back and get game number 2, I don't see how everyone in the chat isn't chanting ones after that.
And what do you think Chen goes on the trading block?
Somehow I doubt that. The Spurrier will miss outside 2-1 to Tanner Roundy. Tanner Roundy's going to lift this one high. Barrick's back. It doesn't matter how far back he started. That one's gone. A 2-run blast, and the Vaders increase their lead. 3-0. Excuse me, 2-0.
Listen, these guys are letting out grunts tonight. The win, a big, that was going to go out anyway probably, but a big factor. You just got to get it up tonight. So if I'm Jay Spur, I'm not, sweating that one all too much. That's bound to happen here and there. But the ones, surprisingly scored 9 runs last game. I don't know if they're going to put up that type of total this game.
Definitely a 2-run shot. Remember, Ethan Ibarra reached first base on that pitch that went through Justin Spurrier's hands. So it is 2-0. I'm going to say it again. It is 2-0. That one's low to Gio Battistoni. You think the third time's a charm?
Yeah, it always is.
It is 2-0.
Oh, that's good announcer voice right there. We're probably going to see it change any moment.
I wonder if I have to say the name of the person operating the graphics console
I think so.
in order to see the score change
Who's
to
down
2-0.
I need a dungeon cam look right now to
I'm going to bang on the ceiling and tell you guys to change it.
Oh, look at that.
To 2-0.
They still won't do it.
There it is.
What was that? They look like a painting of PLW.
I love it. I saw Sean and Hayden down there in the dungeon with Tom and Logan. I think they had like the roster for the fast pitch wiffle ball team, as that is out of the ballpark. Battistoni on a wire makes it 3-0.
Yeah, no baloney Battistoni.
I love that. I wonder sometimes if you just sit up at night
I don't.
putting these together. That was truly off the cuff.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Gio Battistoni makes it a 3-0 game as Kenny Santiwan will come in, swing at the first pitch, and foul it back.
They're both playing well offensively, Billy and Kenny. I'm going to call them Kenny Santi halves.
Oh, yeah. That works. Slider misses high, 1-2.
Listen, if the Vaders win this game, see you tomorrow night, GK.
Yep. No matter what. Kenny Santiwan will roll over that one. Good will pick it up at third base, throw it in the backstop for the third and final out of the inning, but not before a pair of home runs of the 2-run and 1-run variety will make it 3-0 Vaders in the top of the first.
Yeah, I'm not hating it, not loving it. I'm a little just neutral with that. 3 runs with wind blowing out. Okay, that happens. I'm more, focusing in on Tanner Roundy right now. If he's going to deal how he dealt against the Legends, the ones are going to be in trouble. When he could locate his screwball and really dice these guys up, man, he's really hard to hit.
Really good to see a lot of the eliminated teams in PLW making out en masse to Hideaway Field tonight. As you know in the chat, this is our final season of PLW at Hideaway Field. So many memories, so much nostalgia, so many friendships and real human connections made right here in this very spot. And we're going to miss it. What a magical place this has really been for so many of us.
It's a heartbreaker, but, things to come in the future, you got to look forward to that. But, memories from day one are season 0, all that stuff from getting you on board. It's just a dream come true for a lot of these people.
There it is again. Alec Hutt trying to make the clean play.
Listen, if I'm the manager of any of these teams and you try to make a glove play on a wiffle ball with a naked hand and you do it again, it should have never happened the second time.
Yeah, just a little bit of information back there at home on what Trench and I are talking about. A lot of these guys are very accomplished softball and baseball players. They have fantastic fundamentals in baseball mechanics. As Adam Count's going to roll over this one, Ethan Ibarra gets the force out to second base. Billy Santiwan is going to turn the double play for the first 2 outs of the inning. That's really going to erase Alec Hutt's error. But to complete my thought, these guys are very good at playing softball and baseball, and sometimes it's those fundamentals that they can't change for wiffle ball. You don't need to make a clean play. You don't need to transfer from a glove hand to a throwing hand, and you don't need to turn and pivot to first base because we throw it to the backstop. So all of those fundamentals and all those instincts that you have as a ball player kind of need to be ignored when you're playing wiffle ball. Just make yourself big, knock the ball down.
Yeah, and you have to remember just decades of muscle memory, brain memory.
It's very difficult to turn off. There's a lot of guys in the league who think it's cheap, but it's the optimal way to play the ball. It's made out of plastic. It's not going to hurt you. Tanner Roundy goes off the other side of the mound. We don't see him go to the right side very much. And that was the kind of result. It's probably why he doesn't do it very often.
I'm telling you right now, they want to try to walk out Tanner, get to their next pitcher, which would probably be Jason Walker.
And Hutt is going to turf it. Oh, boy. Hutt's having a rough series. He's obviously got good baseball fundamentals, and he just needs to make the adjustments for wiffle ball.
Is he a rookie?
He's a rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
This is what we see this a lot. You see guys who play at the top collegiate level. You see guys who play at the MLB level.
Yeah.
Come out here and they have trouble. There's so many adjustments that you have to make.
Those winds kicking up just a tiny bit. GK and Goot already hot. Barely
popped up. Kyle Etter's going to call for it. Gio Battistoni just there to back him up. Etter will bring it in, and he's going to airmail that one over the booth. Thought maybe I
didn't see it till the last second.
Thought I was going to get a championship ball up here in the booth. None yet.
Looks like we're going to go into the top of the second. Vaders up 3-0. I wouldn't be expecting. You're good. I wouldn't expect. Listen, they're a powerhouse team. They can only be held down so long. I think they like going against Jay Spur right now. But we'll have to see. At any moment, a pitcher could get locked in and not give up another run.
Yep. I want to take a moment to thank our stream team. As you know, it's an all-volunteer staff out here at PLW. And toward the end of an 18-week, now 19-week season, everybody is in search of a break. We're almost near 60 games played. Everybody out here of their own cognition, of their own volunteer, of their time and their energy. We've got a 9-man crew out here tonight. We'll thank each one of them individually a little later on in the game. Billy Santiwan. He's going to lead off the game with a double off the hands of Cody Schmidt and into the back wall before Spencer Barrett can grab it.
Yeah, I think Spencer might have jumped just a little bit late, thinking it might have not gotten there. But double by Billy early as Ethan Ibarra up to bat, and they really need to get him out.
Vader's really looking to strike back, make an emphatic statement here in game number 2. Sliders in there, 54 miles per hour, good pitch.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal first pitch. Had Ibarra looking right there, goes down 0-2. So we're going to do those tomorrow night, as we'll probably have some graphics and wiffle ball point stuff in the merch store for that.
1-2 to Ibarra.
Looks like he
his
went.
swing.
And Chad Sparkle Phillips says no. And Harley shaking his head no either.
From our vantage point, it looked like Ibarra was a little bit lean back. Bat still over his back shoulder.
It was really close. I thought he might have went right there, but he's got lightning quick hands. I think he wrapped it back real quick. Oh, man.
Just missed outside part of the plate. There is never going to be a close check swing call that everybody agrees with. I mean, it's just, there's always going to be an argument on a check swing.
And Sidekick redeemed a mug, a PLW mug. So when they wake up in the morning and make their coffee, it's in PLW mug as Ibarra goes to Schmitty for out number 1, and that's big.
Cody Schmidt making the basket catch there.
Little dicey on that catch. It's not, listen, it could easily go off your chest right there as Kyle Eder up to bat.
Oh, he's a teacher. He's in danger every day, so things like this are very lighthearted to him. Kyle Eder with a swing and a miss. Upset with himself on that swing.
Yeah, 1-2. Big spot for Eder right here. A runner in scoring position. 1 out here in the top of the second. The Vaders already up 3-0.
Miss outside. Popped into right field. That's going to get down for an RBI base hit. That'll bring Billy Santiwan home.
4-0. Vaders. Tanner Roundy up. Still only 1 out. They love to turn 2. They go straight to Goot right here.
Yep, here comes Goot. Cody Runnels is a volunteer, and every once in a while, if I have one criticism of Cody,
what is
he
it?
is out here all the time volunteering.
A little late on Kirby.
He's a little bit late on Kirby. He's got his KDL, drives him very well, but sometimes there's a little bit of abandonment, a little bit of Kirby negligence from time to time.
Yeah, and though Kirby, he was adopted. We don't know how he grew up. He could have little, father issues or whatnot. He needs his driver there to feel supported.
As Kirby turns on the jets and immediately goes to the Vaders dugout for a refill.
Look at that third base side. You got Andrew Leday over there. Riley, Brad Ogden, my skipper. Is that J-Dub over there? No, it's Alex Sansone. Merciel Hayden.
PLW Nation.
Loving it.
Out en masse at Hideaway Field.
Feels good that a lot of these teams coming out supporting Premier League Wiffle. It's the championship series. It's a good one. We know for sure we're going, if it splits, going to tomorrow night. Man, it's going to be a lot of action going forward.
What a wonderful little universe we have created here. And it is so insular and so tiny sometimes we forget, as small as the field is, that PLW Nation is nearly 30,000 strong, Trench. I can still recall being up here commentating games on a beer pong table to 17 viewers. Seems like a lifetime ago.
I'd go back into the clubhouse and be like, we got 22 viewers.
Got to start somewhere. We appreciate every single one of you who have joined us over the weeks and years, as Adrian Gutierrez is going to speed one up to Tanner Roundy. 57 miles per hour for ball 1.
17.
Rolled over. Justin Spurrier is going to bat it down. He'll get up, flip it to second, and Adam Couts will just hold it there.
It's 4-0, is it not?
It is indeed 4-0.
Yeah. Look how quick they are. I couldn't even get the
Boom.
number out.
Boom, bang.
We just work so well together. I know Tom's down there. I know he's. I think he's burning potpourri to kind of sage the place a little bit. And every time they open that door, I get a good whiff of it.
It's good for your chi.
Yeah,
I've heard. Down low to Battistoni.
2-1. Runner on first. Top of the second. 4-0. Should be an easy play for Schmidt. 2-2. Adam Couts touches second base. 4 out, number 3. But the Vaders look like they tack on one more to make it 4-0. Vaders. And if I'm the ones, I'm a little bit nervous because I feel like they got a lot of runs that first game in different situations. And Tanner Roundy starting to feel it on the mound.
Yeah, and going into this series, you probably would have thought about it the opposite way. You would have thought, we're probably not going to get a whole lot of runs off of Santiwan. He's a killer. He's got that 1.89 ERA. He won the Cy Young Award. We'll try to get what we can get. Maybe we can scrape out one, but at least we take some of his innings away in game number 1. Instead, they got a bunch of runs off him. They got a bunch of runs off Roundy as well, but he's looked good so far here in game number 2.
Yeah, Billy knows how important that loss was for the ones right there. When you throw like 4 or 5 innings and get the L, and then you only got 9. How many? They got 9 total.
Yes, you have 9 total tonight. It's the same rules as a regular 3-game series.
Yeah, then tomorrow.
It'll be the same thing tomorrow, just with 1 less game.
Yeah, so I mean, if he has to deal a couple innings here, he doesn't have much left in the third. Already had the loss, but man, like you said, the way Tanner Roundy has been pitching of late, I'd expect him to go a little bit further in this game with the lead.
It'll be Cody Schmidt leading off here in the bottom of the second inning. One's trailed by 4. First pitch, a screwball, and that's laced into right field off the scoreboard. A solo shot by Cody Schmidt, his second of the series.
I want you to watch the defense.
Yeah, they just froze, huh?
I mean, that ball was just laced out there. Gio barely missing some balls out there. Can't get a read on him or a beat on him. Goes 4-1 as Tyler Applezoller up to bat right now. Good piece by Schmidt there.
Apple's going to look at a slider high and away for ball 1. Tyler had a solo shot in the 4th inning of game number 1. Right down the line over the 93 marker, just clearing the yellow line atop the Connex. 3-1 count to Applezoller. Poll here, Kirby cam. Make it happen, GK. We can do that. I don't know if it's going to be a live camera, as that's more difficult to do. Full count here to Applezoller, but we can certainly strap something to Kirby. Get a ground level view.
Oh, that'd be amazing. This nasty pitch is going to ice Apple right there. And I want to give a big shout out to the Beaver Inspector. He's got one of his buddies over watching Premier League Wiffle for the first time. He loves Kirby Bucket. Thank you for tuning in. Cody, you're watching some of the best wiffle ball players and product out there in the Wiffleverse.
Wow, that tank top pipe 0-2 to Spurrier.
Oh, barely outside. Count's going to go to 1-2.
And for a lot of guys who come out here, the slider's their bread and butter pitch, but I'm seeing more and more guys just have that screwball as their get-me-over pitch, the one that they really know they can throw for a strike. They really start to feel like they have command of it. I think guys like Tanner Roundy, guys like Brandon Gregg, Jason Stevenson has that screwball on command. Something about the motion of it and the mechanics really allow for a reproducible type of arm motion because you come straight over the top and just kind of rip your fingers down.
Look at that. Chicken Tenders is saying, as a Twins fan, Kirby Buck is the GOAT of the league as Roundy gets him looking as AK-47 Adam Couts up to bat.
What a pitch by Roundy to freeze Spurrier.
2 outs here, bottom of the second. One's tacked one on.
Screwball. Roundy's going to take it himself as his momentum was already taking him that direction. He just slides underneath it and brings it in for the third and final out.
Yeah, good inning by Tanner Roundy. Giving up solo shots is Happens here, Premier League Wiffle, all the time. You just don't want to walk single, then a home run.
Right.
So let those solos go. You got a 4-1 lead going in the top of the third. You're trying to add some more.
Yep. Home runs are a thing in wiffle ball, especially in windy conditions like those we're experiencing today. That's why those unexcusable errors are just so huge here. You're rarely going to erase them. We call them the wiffle gods, but really, anytime that you have a ball that you can make a play on and you don't, it'll get punished.
There goes Ryan Chen.
There he goes.
He needs to circle back.
Off to his final destination, looking down on his ones team that currently trail the Vaders by a score of 4-1 here in game number 2. I want to thank all of our viewers. We're about to eclipse 600 viewers, Trench. I want to get a few more over. Why don't you get TikTok viewers over here to Twitch? Let them know what they're missing.
Yeah, TikTok. You're just watching from one single camera angle. If you get on over to Twitch, you're going to see instant replays, zoom-ins. We got a robo-cam, commentators in the booth. A lot of fun in the chat. People that have been around for 4 seasons strong, watching the evolution of what we're doing here at Premier League Wiffle. Go to twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle. We'll see you over there.
Let us know in the chat when you have come over here from TikTok. We love to see the reactions once you see what you've been missing. As Kenny Santiwan will look at the first pitch from Adrian Gutierrez, 53, down the heart of the strike zone. 0-2. 61 is a ball.
Yeah, I like that pitch out of Goot right there. You want it to be a little bit slower, but he does have good movement on his curveballs.
Santiwan's going to get way in front of that 48-mile-per-hour changeup from Gutierrez and strike out for the first out.
Yeah, I want to touch up on something that I was thinking all day because we're not going to be airing possibly Friday, but if the Vaders win, we will. But if we have to bow out early, Father's Day is this weekend on Sunday. I want to thank all the fathers out there, all the father figures, the animal fathers, any kind of father figure, stepdads, whatever father figure you are. This weekend, have a safe and celebratory Father's Day with the ones that you love as Santiwan goes down out number 2.
Love you, Dad.
There you have it.
Comes Ethan Ibarra with 2 down. As a reminder, those just joining us, this is a best of 5. We'll play 3 games tonight no matter what.
Oh, good pitch by Goot.
1-2 to Ibarra. It'll go inside, even the count.
I wonder if Kirby's going to get you anything, GK, for Father's Day.
I'm not saying I would be disappointed if he didn't, but I have done a lot for Kirby. There he is. Full count. Base hit. Ball 4 coming from the Vaders dugout. And it's going to hit the foam on top of the strike zone. Gutierrez is going to appeal to the umpires to say it was a strike. As we're looking for a definitive ruling. Foam from the home plate umpire. There is a wrapping around the crossbar on the top of the strike zone. You can see it right there in that shot. I'm going to fix the clock for Chad. You can hold up the game while I get it for you. Here you go, Chad. Yep. Chad's just resetting that stopwatch clock. No worries, PLW Nation. There are 2 more stopwatches on the field. Do you need help with the cord, Chad? You might need to have it on the other side. Trench, take over for 1 second. I'm going to help Chad out.
Got it. Here we go. 3-1 count. Goot coming in. Eder. All green light all day. Fills up to count 3-2. It looks like Chad Sparkle Phillips is having trouble plugging in a cord to his phone. Oh, man, Eder barely misses foul. And you can see GK explaining that you take the cord, you put it under the phone.
All set. A little bit of technical difficulties, but we got it fixed. You can see that stopwatch back on your screen. Kyle Eder's going to roll over, double play ball. Schmitty gets the out at second base. But it's not necessary because that was the 3rd out of the inning.
That was
They fool me on those sometimes, Trench.
You know, that was a difficult play. You could see AK has the skill level to grab that at it. You know, it doesn't have to get a body in front of that. I still like to body it up, but good play by AK right there. You know, I forget who told me, but Sparkles had one of his players come over, you know, or a fellow player come over to check to see if he could, you know, get his surround sound working again as he was having some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Did you hear the story?
No, talk about it.
It was just unplugged, GK. All he had to do was plug it in. Can you believe it? Who told me that story? I wonder if they're in the chat.
It's funny because it's true.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness.
If you're the person that told me that story, raise your hand.
I mean, as you can imagine, I get a lot of those sort of,
of
free
course.
technical calls from friends of the wife and
Ma'am,
so forth.
did you-
And I've
sir,
had
did
more
you
than
plug
one of
it
those
in?
happen, yeah. Did you turn this dial over here to on? Well, there's your problem. Here comes Scottez Dobbins. He'll lead off the bottom of the third for the ones. His team trails by 3. He's going to shoot the first one into dead center field. That's going to go right off the pocket radar sign, a leadoff double for Scottez.
Yeah, he's going to clip that for his highlights of the series for sure.
He was absolutely waiting on that screwball. Dobbins, one of the more avid PLW fans. He watches every game. He manages their social media account. There's no... Oh, and Kyle Letter's going to get a good jump on that one.
That was almost a wow moment.
Dobbins loves it more than anybody out here. Very active on social media promoting his team. He, of course, the owner of the ones. Splits the 5-6 hole. Cody Schmidt's going to put an RBI single up. Dobbins will come home, and just like that, 4-2 Trench.
I think Ibarra did the Caterpillar. He grew up in the wrong generation. That was like 1980s probably. He needs to be out there beatboxing and doing the Caterpillar.
Spencer Barrick is going to slot in the 6 hole, pinch hitting for Tyler Applezoller.
Do you know what city Spencer Barrick is from?
I don't.
Clutch. He comes from Clutch City. He comes up in big moments, does a lot of work. Let's see if he can come up right here, even though he's down 0-2.
Barrick really not getting a whole lot of at-bats in season 2 and 3. Really started to turn it on in the latter half of season number 4 here, enough that he earned a way in to this very tough ones lineup. Not an easy lineup to crack. Slider way inside.
It was the 90s that they did the Caterpillar. Some people are saying it's the worm.
Yeah, the worm, the caterpillar.
I've never seen a worm do that.
I think it's the same move. 12-6-52 is going to freeze Barrick. Looks like he wasn't looking for that one.
The only time I ever see a worm is when after the sprinklers go on the curb, and it doesn't look anything like that.
That's true. Caterpillars do it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghostface, welcome, PLW Nation. You're locked in from here on out as we're hovering around 600 viewers as TikTok is making the right choice, coming over to Twitch to make sure that they get all the best angles, GK.
I know you like TikTok. TikTok offers you that dopamine as you scroll through 5 seconds. What's here? You can do both. Get the Twitch app onto your smart TV or onto your computer screen or onto your second device, and you can watch PLW on Twitch. And you can scroll through TikTok at the same time. I know you guys are used to doing that.
Ones tack on a run. Cut the lead in half, 4-2 as we go into the top of the fourth, and the Vaders aren't done quite yet. But if the ones could sneak out of this inning without giving up another run, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 4-3, 4-4 game as they're going to rotate that lineup against Roundy.
And if the ones are able to come back and take a lead in this game, their energy level is going to skyrocket. They know that they are a big dog to get out to a 2-0 lead in this series.
Do you see what jersey Andrew Leday is wearing? A ones jersey. Do you know why?
Because he was Rookie of the Year
on
for the ones.
Could you imagine him still on that squad? He did what he wanted to do. Wanted to get his own team into PLW. He did. The Cajuns played a great season. Almost snuck into the playoffs.
And Trench, as the sun sets over the Spring Mountains to the west of Hideaway Field, so does it set on our PLW season, but not before a fantastic championship matchup between these top two teams, number 1 and number 2, going at it. Really feel grateful to be treated to this kind of matchup.
What a ride it's been, GK. I mean, you can't get enough wiffle action out here as a player, as a manager, as commentators. All we want to do is just wiffle all the time. A well-needed break probably we need after this season to really coordinate some of these next moves going forward.
Without a doubt, Trench, and I would be lying if I told you that I didn't come to Hideaway Field tonight feeling a little bit ragged, a little bit worn after an extremely long 18-week season. And you can kind of feel it on everybody. Everybody's on edge, but once we lined up the players out there, once Desi Marie sung the national anthem, and once we started seeing the fantastic play of these two teams, it just really gets the juices going. That's what brings us back out here to the field night in, night out for PLW.
Yeah, intimate out here, Hideaway Field. The camaraderie is awesome. There's people making forever life friendships.
Jim Dodos met his wife here. It's Tanner, Gio Battistoni is going to hit another laser over the right field wall.
I think his name's going to be Laser Beam.
Pew, pew.
I mean, he just really lasers it out there, and it's the same motion, the same swing every single time. Storm Glider, the pants might get a good washing, hung up for a little bit.
Goot's going to gas up there, 59 miles an hour. Ball number 1. As we take a look at that replay, I love having RoboCam number 1 up there.
Yeah.
When a lefty comes up to bat, RoboCam 1 looks at right field. That's previously an angle that we didn't have because of where SkyCam 1 was. Justin Spurrier will come up with a hard hit ball from Kenny Santiwan. Delivered to the backstop for the second out.
OB1 Cam Roby.
That'll work. Here's Billy Santiwan. 2 outs, nobody on. His team ahead by 3 now after the solo shot from Gio Battistoni. He's going to foul that one down into the turf. Stay 1-2.
Yeah, if you get out of this inning, 5-2, it's not the end of the world. You definitely want to try to not give up any more as your, runs in game number 2 are really not coming for the ones so far.
Good gas up 60 inside pipe. That's the ball. There's the War Chicken himself. Anthony Michael. Buck Burner, Jim Dodos, James Perez, and a few other friends and family. That one's going to get into center field. Billy Santiwan, such a good base hit kind of guy.
Yeah, he just, he gets the job done. He just does it and does it and does it until the job gets done, and he's always on first base. Love seeing that with a big at-bat from Ethan Ibarra right now with 2 outs.
PLW General Manager Kyle Lohman used to call him the luckiest hitter in wiffle ball, but after this many trials and that large of a sample size, it's obviously all skill.
And you could see PLW Hottie Caro in the chat. She's rooting for the ones tonight.
Swing and a miss from Ibarra. We'll even the count at 2-2.
A lot of people are saying we need a blimp cam.
Okay.
I think we could get that done.
Probably get a drone. I think we have a drone.
Yeah.
We just don't have the kind that can transmit back live video. But we could strap a small camera to it. I think we actually have a little bit of drone video somewhere in the archives.
I think we could put Geo up there. Right? A little 3-propeller blimp or something. We can get him up there.
Strap him and Skycam to a drone and send him up.
3-2 count.
Shot to the right side. Schmidt will toss it over to Adam Kautz, who waits at second base, gets the force out for the third and final out, but not before a solo shot by Gio Battistoni increases the lead to 5-2 as we move into the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, kind of a 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Very Paula Abdul by the Vaders as the ones try to inch closer, than the Vaders, tack on another to make that distance a little bit further. We're going to the bottom of the 4th, though. The one's got to strike right now.
Yeah, as we take a look over on the sidelines there, we saw a lot of PLW Nation hanging out here. And because of that temperature that we're experiencing here in Las Vegas, sometimes there's a little bit of built-up gas in the sewer line. So if you see any fog wafting past the third baseline. You know, sometimes they just have to release a little bit of that pressure. As we see Tanner Roundy return to the mound for the Vaders here in the bottom of the fourth. Adam Couts will lead off. I love that shot from RoboCam 1.
You make it happen, man. All these different camera angles and all this producer stuff and all these.
Not even halfway
these
there.
Blinking,
I gotta tell you.
there's things blinking here. I don't know what anything means. All I
I'd
do.
let you know things are going good. Those are good lights.
I know our bitrate though is always green and always balanced, so I'm happy about that.
Our make sure to always keep your bitrate levels low.
Yeah.
You don't want to get high bitrates.
Yeah, as long as you get your calcium, your riboflavin, and your bitrate daily, you should be a healthy person.
Our bitrates are always in the green. That's good. It's AK. We'll flare one off. Tanner Roundy will take it in himself for the first out. Scottiz Dobbins. He hit that double right up the middle off the pocket radar sign his last at-bat. He was searching for that first pitch screwball. He does get it from Tanner Roundy, but it's low. He holds off.
Red, white, and blue right there. The American flag. Left field. Hanging tough. Look at that. Hot Rod is saying ever since I've started taking daily doses of bitrates, his health has improved, his memory.
Okay. Well, you know, if you're deficient in them, then you certainly need to make sure you keep up to a baseline level.
And the only way you can really absorb bitrate is through watching Premier League Wiffle.
Dobbins going to fight that one off. One, two to Dobbins. Screwball down into the turf will even the count. I am Jake B. asking if we couldn't get enough flagpoles for all of Merciel's flags.
We definitely will eventually. Love having Sean Merciel doing what he does. Listen, I think he's celebrating an anniversary with his wife, Hayden.
Yes.
And where are they, GK? Here at Hideaway Field.
Yeah.
Loving what they do, man. They're whifflers.
Congratulations to Sean and Hayden. 3 years together.
What a great couple. I play Frisbee golf with them every once in a while. And he's a Frisbeer, man. Like, we're whifflers out here. Yeah. He's throwing that disc around.
He's just coordinated, period. Not many activities that he's not going to be good at if he sets his mind to it. Sometimes gets a little bit frustrated, wants to be good at everything instantly, as Adrian Gutierrez is going to pop this in dead center field. But Gio Battistoni out there brings it in for the third and final out. It's 1-2-3 inning for the Vaders. We move into the top of the fifth. They'll look to tack on. They currently lead by 5-2. Here in game number 2, evening going by a little bit slower tonight.
As all championship series or games do, we have a lot of content, a lot of action. Teams kind of taking their time with lineups and getting up to bat, really focusing in on what they need to do. I want to take a look at that dungeon cam real quick. How they doing down there? It's one of my favorite views. It gives the fans at home a look of how proper we run this production as Tom Gannon and, he just cheers us with a hot cocoa, and you can see Logan. Looks like he's a Golden State Warriors fan as well.
Yeah, Golden State can win it tonight. I think that game started at 6 p.m. I don't know what the score is right now.
Look at all those monitors and things blinking. I went down there one time. The wiffle ball call came out. Yeah. They needed a graphics guy, and I'd never done that before. And according to Tom, I did okay.
That's good because, as you know, I can do every position on this field, and some of them are highly technical. A lot of people think graphics is easy. I'm horrible at it.
Yeah.
I'm the worst graphics guy in PLW. The count is wrong every time I'm down
Actually, I'm getting word that Tom said I didn't do that great and probably never to ask me again to do anything but commentate for the stream team. Just got word in right now. Thank you, Tom. I will try to get better during the off season so I can help out the stream team besides commentating. Thank you.
Tom Gannon. Sand Vipers is in the chat.
There he is.
Oh, we left him hanging on the hot cocoa. Okay,
I got to go to the oven.
Here we go. We have to go to the oven, Tom. Give us a second.
I got to go to the oven.
We'll go to the oven. Trench is going to give you the hot cocoa cheers. As Adam Couts is up on the mound. He comes on in relief of Adrian Gutierrez. Kyle Edders, the leadoff batter. He's going to flare one up into left field. Scott Dobbins underneath it easily for the first out.
And that potpourri that they're burning below us, it smells like maybe like a mango a little bit.
Ooh, mango potpourri.
Yeah, a little mango potpourri. The little wafts of it come from down below in the dungeon.
Sure. Tanner Roundy.
You need one?
Will step in. I'm actually going to hold off for a moment. You can set that back on the stove.
Are you behind on the box score?
No, it's not that. It's that
You're thirsty.
I got to admit, I was
water.
feeling a little lightheaded.
Really?
Yeah, it turns out hot cocoa might not have been a good choice on a 108-degree day.
Well, listen, Bruce Uson is running Skycam 1, and that dude single-handedly resuscitated Jim Dodos from the Warbirds as he was diving for a play and knocked himself out.
I remember that. Poor Jim. People say that he was angrier than usual after the concussion. Dinner round, he's going to get jammed inside. Justin Spurrier will make the play at shortstop. Throw it in the backstop for the second out. Bring up Gio Battistoni hit I don't want to call it a laser beam. I want to call it a blaster.
Look at Jim Dodos. James Perez, the whole squad up there. Buck Burner.
What a good look at those guys.
The War Chicken, Anthony Michael. He's wearing his Vaders jersey. Remember, he used to be a Vader.
A lot of ex-Vaders around here. I saw Scotty Burley on the sidelines in his Vaders jersey as well. Ryan Roosh, of course, an ex-Vader, now with the Cajuns. Do you say ex or former? It's like, if you're a member of the military, you're never like an ex-Marine.
Maybe it depends on how salty you are.
Yeah.
Look at that.
If you were unceremoniously dumped from the team, then you're an ex-Vader. If you were part of like a big trade and you wanted to get off, then you're a former Vader.
I like it.
I think that was the Anthony Michael variety of trade.
Ex.
No, former.
Former.
Yeah, he was good with the team. He just wasn't getting a lot of at-bats because those guys were such ballers, and he kind of felt good about the trade over to the Cajuns. He was subsequently dealt from the Cajuns to the Lightning. He said his batting average kept going down each time he was traded.
Listen, it's not surprising when you go to play for a new team, you're going to try to perform, and sometimes you overthink or try to outperform, and it suffers. But listen, the last season he had some great numbers. He was like a top 10 in like most of the categories. When he feels settled is when he's at his best, and I think going forward, if he's going to be utilized and settled as a player in whatever position and in the lineup, you're going to see numbers just like he had last year or last season.
Look forward to seeing if that comes to fruition in season number 5. This is Tanner Roundy. It's back on the bump. Cody Schmidt will lead off. We do have another award that I want to talk about between the 5th and 6th inning.
Oh, great.
We're going to announce this season's Rookie of the Year, as Cody Schmidt will hit a solo shot dead center over the Tarantino sign. And you cut the deficit to 2.
You can see Tanner Roundy's face. He just can't believe that Schmitty is just coming around on his pitches. All he could do is shake his head as that chain gang right now cuts the lead to 5-3, and that is manageable right now, GK.
Cody Schmidt's second home run of the game, his 3rd of the night, cuts the deficit to 2. And there's still nobody out for Spencer Barrick.
Spencer Barrick, I call him Clutch City. Takes a look at a 53-mile-an-hour curveball that came from way outside.
Yep. Roundy gets a lot of guys looking at that. He goes to that screwball so often. When he comes back with the slider, sometimes it crosses him up. And then he steps offside and goes to the screwball. That's really his wipeout pitch when he gets ahead in the count.
Man, GK, if he starts, I'm not saying perfect that, but if he's able to manage that fairly well, it's going to be a terrible thing to see as a batter, as Barrick is really getting worked by him.
Well, Tyler Applezoller got caught looking early on in this game. Spencer Barrick came in relief, and he's been caught looking the last 2 at-bats after he came in to pinch hit for Apple. We'll bring up Spurrier. Two and 1. Wind calming down a little bit, as it usually does around sunset.
Yeah, beautiful night here fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, here at Hideaway Field. This is the field, you know, in the Wiffleverse. Hideaway Field is well known now in the wiffle ball world, and it's just a special place to play every single night.
I feel like it should have one of those signs at the entrance when you walk in that says, "This must be the place."
Or if you go on like Google Earth or something, you just type in Hideaway Field, and it like goes right, it pinpoints it, right?
Cesai Alarcon, the owner of the Vaders, said that Hideaway Field is on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and he landed his plane on it.
I love it.
Adam Count's going to go right over to Billy Santillan, makes a good play, force out at second base, but Ethan Ibarra's throw home is a slider, and it slides way over to the left panel.
Good job of Billy Santillan to get down. I got to think he remembers I actually hit a hot shot to him that went through his legs, and you can't have that happen, especially in a championship series. He finally gets his arms down, makes a good play for out number 2. This is a good matchup right here, GK.
Slider way outside. 1-1. Swing and a miss from Dobbins. Big cut.
Yeah, he took a monster powerhouse cut right there. The ball did hit the pan, so it was going to be a strike either way. He just couldn't get out and get some contact there.
And the dungeon is letting me know that the "this must be the place" sign is above the clubhouse door. Oh, I missed the clubhouse trench.
Oh, special place. A lot of memories there as well.
Many hot cocos consumed in the old clubhouse.
That's where we drank from the cup.
Yes.
Very special day.
I think you guys drank from the cup pretty much on every square inch of this property.
Yeah.
After that night, I was once again on the losing end of that celebration.
You know, winning is great and all, GK. Losing, of course, pains a little bit, but you're always a winner when you're part of Premier League Wiffle.
Just grateful to be out here.
Great eye by Scottez, Dob, green Fruit Loop lace necklace, Dobbins.
Full count. Dobbins going to look at it. Roundy's going to put it into the turf. Runners on first and second. Tanner Roundy, his second walk of the game, and the ball will go to Billy.
This is so huge, GK, as Goot got a hold of Billy, I believe, at least once last game.
I'm going to make the call down to the dungeon to please bring the backup battery out to Cody. If he needs it, it looks like Kirby might be flashing. I'm not sure he's having trouble with Kirby. We can't have a dead Kirby in the championship series.
Look at that. Hito saying, are you willing to sign a ball tonight, GK? Do you have it in you?
Of course. You got Sharpie right in front of me.
Casper the Ghost. First time chat. Welcome to PLW Nation. You're locked in. I mean, where else would you go after this? It's here. There's
to
no...
bed.
To bed.
To sleep. To wake up and come back tomorrow for championship game number, or day number 2.
Listen, I don't know if those guys are playing tonight, but they got that PLW gaming thing that they do after.
They're not. They're here.
Oh, they're all here?
Yeah. Logan's right over there, putting a new battery into Kirby as we speak. Look at him, Johnny on the spot. As Goot will swing underneath that knuckleball from Santillan.
His levels are low, but he's not dead, Kirby.
No, we always have a backup battery waiting for Kirby.
Easy
Rolled
play.
over. Ibarra will just flip it over to Battistoni at second. The ones will strand 2 as we head to the top of the 6th. The ones are the home team here in game number 2, so they will get another chance in the bottom of the 6th. Really looking to shut down the Vaders and get back up to bat, try to come from behind and win game number 2.
Yeah, listen, if AK could get a shutdown inning right here, I really think that they like facing Billy. We're going to see some fireworks going into the bottom of the 6th if they get to throw a donut right here.
If you're just joining us, the ones took game number 1 by a score of 9-7. And They are currently trailing the Vaders here in game number 2 by a score of 5-3. This is a best-of-5 series. Somehow, the ones are able to come back and win this game. They could scoop the championship tonight, Trench.
Wow.
Otherwise, we will come back tomorrow for the final conclusion.
Man, AK's got a real good submarine pitch right there. You know, I want to give a big shout-out to GK.
Who's that?
Let's take a guess.
The stream team?
The Dragon Lady. Listen, throughout the season, GK, you know that a lot of our viewers, they gift subscriptions. She gifted over 1,000 subscriptions to random viewers.
Almost 1,200, I think.
Is it like 1,200?
I think it's
subscriptions.
Close. Oh, I'm sorry, 1,049. I think she
Okay,
said.
a buck, 1,050 to random people on Twitch, and they get free subscription.
$6 each.
I don't know what she's doing for work, or if she maybe is the heir of, Dragon Ball Z or something. I don't know, but she's doing well, and I want to give a big shout-out. That's Trevor Bauer's wife. Trevor Bauer plays for the Bombers. They had a season as well as AK-47 walks Kenny Santi won. But, yeah, got to give it up to the Dragon Lady.
Ouch. A little bit of struggling from Adam Couts there. As he sends Kenny Santi one to first base on balls. That'll bring up
And there she
Billy.
is. There she is, the Dragon Lady. The sun has set. This is her time. It's also hot cocoa happy hour wherever she's at. And she gets a little lively as the night gets deeper.
And AJ Scott and Storm Glider instantly in there with the Dragon Lady emoji.
You know how Michael Jordan has like a statue in front of, Chicago Stadium?
Yes.
What if we could just have a little Dragon Lady statue somewhere? Is there something we could work with? Maybe, make it out of wood or marble?
Thinking maybe we name an area of the new ballpark after the Dragon Lady, like
Yeah,
the Dragon
done.
Lady Pavilion or
Yeah.
the Dragon Lady Courtyard or something like that.
Maybe there's like this little Dragon Lady. It's like a 6-seat strip. And if there's a home run there, like we sub 6 people or something like that on the stream.
Yeah, after walking Kenny Santiwan, AK gets brother Billy Santiwan down on strikes looking for the first out. But his first pitch gets well away from him to Ethan Ibarra. It's 1-1. AK going to take a second to gather himself. Goes with that submarine screwball. Just misses outside. 2-1.
And they're starting to wave.
He's just missing with that pitch. 3-1 to Ibarra. $54 in the pan. Fill the count.
The Dragon Lady Dungeon. There's a lot of good names. Dragon Lady's Room.
I can assure you. Swung on. Fouled down by Ibarra. I can assure you that our next control room, the ceiling, will be of normal height. It'll have a normal door. You'll be able to walk into it without ducking.
Are you is it like a Ryan Chen height or
5-6 hole Ibarra will get on base. Good at bat. Runners on first and second, 1 out for Kyle Etter. This could get ugly. Talking just a normal room, just an actual room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
Like it might have a refrigerator in there,
It will.
right?
It'll have an AC. It'll have a
Probably
door.
a microwave, probably.
It'll have a floor that's
Look at them. Look, they are pumped up down there.
It'll have a floor that's flat. So when you get in a rolling chair, you won't roll to one side.
Yeah. Like a Sparklets bottle.
I don't ask
dispensary.
for a lot, but level floors
Yeah.
are on my list.
Gone.
Kyle Etter's going to shoot this one over the container. He's going to shoot his bat about 50 feet into the air, a 3-run shot. He's going to put the Vaders ahead 8-3.
Yeah, on a 1-2 count. I don't know if I'm going to throw that pitch to Kyle Etter. AK wishes he could have that one back. You got to work those outside bars a little bit more before you throw something like that, if ever. And now the Vaders up 8-3. They really needed to shut him down right there.
Really tough task now for the ones. And they still only have 1 out here. As Tanner Roundy steps in. Oof, he really wanted that inside pitch. Just gets underneath it. Falls behind 0-2. AK will go over the top. Kind of pulls the string. It's usually his changeup pitch, 50 miles per hour. Roundy fouls it back. He's going to gas up, 58. Did get Roundy to swing, but he fouls it back again. He's going to step off laterally and miss poorly. A lot of guys will try that step-off maneuver. Very few will perfect it. Roundy's one of them. I think Mateo Fernandez, very good at it.
Just got word from our mechanical team working on Kirby. He is fully ready to go, back in action.
Love it. Love it. Oh, as third base umpire Cody Runnels take a wiffle ball into a sensitive area.
Little Runnels took a piece of wiffle ball. Runnels Jr. That might be the most action he gets all night.
It is indeed 1-2.
Oh, and people remember he got Lohman. Remember that one?
Yeah. Lohman took it about 89 miles per hour, though. Standing Roundy's going to try to tomahawk that one, upset with himself for offering at that pitch. He strikes out. Bring up Gio Battistoni with 2 away.
Yeah, after the Lohman moment, I guess he tried to join the choir to sing some a cappella in the higher notes.
Kyle Lohman participating in the World Series of Poker tonight. Day 2 of the $1,500 horse event.
Wow.
An event that he made a final table of in years past. Very good in that format. He finished day number 1 very, very close to the top in overall chip counts. And he's participating in day 2 as we speak. They're in the money. He's definitely going to get paid. It's just a question of how much now.
Yeah, I mean, anytime I ever played, I always threw the behind the back free throw no look, and it used to go into the hoop as Gio Battistoni extends.
It's a triple. It hit the coping right at the 102 sign. It looked like another blaster from Gio. And I do see you guys in the chat. We will announce the Rookie of the Year in between the top and bottom of the sixth
Cuba
inning here.
Dave throws the yellow flag out there. He's going to challenge it and say it went over. Cuba Dave probably has the oldest eyes in the league. I don't know if I'm going to trust that.
Hit the coping. They're going to lose this challenge. It's pretty clear in the instant replay. I love that our game is so fast that sometimes we run an instant replay less than 10 seconds after we ran the last instant replay, and you get that sort of tunnel vision effect.
And real quick,
It hit the coping. It's pretty clear.
Look at that. Lohman is 4th in chips in that poker tournament. That's big.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, he's no slouch at the poker table.
And here he comes, Chad Sparkle Phillips.
It's a triple. Yeah, it was pretty clear once we saw the video. Now the thing is, when you're in the home dugout, there's a TV over there, and the Twitch stream is on it. And if Cuba Dave had waited like literally 5 seconds, he could have seen clearly that it hit the yellow coping and not burned his challenge.
He's a 4-second man.
Cuba Dave isn't the manager either, so I'm not sure he's really allowed to throw the challenge flag.
I think Sasai said, hey, Cuba
Do
Dave,
something.
Be a part of this club. Go throw the flag
Contribute
out.
in some way. It's Kenny Santiwan. Swings and misses at an inside pitch. 1-2.
Sparkles really loves his little 5 seconds of fame as he comes out of that dungeon.
Is Cuba Dave the mascot? You should put on a Darth Vader helmet. As that pitch goes outside, 2-2. Fouled back into the strike zone. That's his allowable foul back into the zone. He's going to foul another one back into the tarp. Stays 2-2. Oh, it's 1-2 apparently. Okay. 1-2 it is then. That'll make it 2-2 now. I do see that, Tom, the flash from RoboCam 1. We do have that second converter down there. I'm not sure if you've tried to switch it out yet. Kenny Santiwan's going to roll over that one. Tagut standing over at third base. Foul. Santiwan, he's had a few very long at-bats so far in this series. Fouling off pitch after pitch here. Remember when Davella used to foul off like 10 pitches at every at-bat? And after a very long at-bat, Kenny Santiwan's just going to hit a little duck snort into center field. It's an RBI single. Bring Gio Battistoni home, make it 9-3.
Maybe because I had a hot cocoa or two and some of my medicine. Were we going to announce something in between?
Yeah.
We were.
We're going to announce Rookie of the Year.
Wow. When?
Right after this half inning. Billy Santiwan's going to tack another one on. He'll bring his brother home with a triple off the container. It's 10-3.
Yeah, we're going to see a Friday night action tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're coming back tomorrow. And I know PLW Nation is happy about that. Another evening of wiffle ball broadcasting. As Ethan Ibarra steps in. And he's going to shoot one, and the hit parade is really on. Billy Santiwan will come home 11-3.
Yeah, AK is just going to stay out there now until he gets that next out as the Vaders are solidifying themselves in game number 2.
Yep, no reason to burn an inning from Goot, Spur, or Schmidt.
But if I'm AK, I'm still giving my all right here. I want to get these guys out.
Kyle Letter had a 3-run shot earlier this inning. Really blew the lid off this game. He's going to shoot that one to the right side. Another RBI.
Yeah, it's never a good feeling just to get lit up, especially when you're not going to pull yourself. He's just going to have to take it on the chin. Right now, the Vaders are seeing him pretty good.
Yeah, at this point. Just in there to finish this one off.
Listen, if I'm the ones, I am ecstatic that we took game number 1.
Pop up. This should
not
be
easy. A lot of wind there.
All right, that's the third and final out of the inning, but the Vaders way ahead now, 12-3. And as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, it is now time. There was a lot of talk about who deserved this award the most, and I can tell you it was an extremely close race between Kyle Letter, between Mark Tavano, between Will Morris, and the votes have been tabulated, and the winner of Spring 2022 Rookie of the Year award is Will Morris.
Will the Thrill Morris has won Rookie of the Year Spring 2022. How did he win? Is it votes by the players? Is it votes by the fans? Exactly how did he win this award?
So all of the managers and the executives of PLW all get a vote, and then all the fans were able to vote as well. That was all averaged together, tabulated as a single vote, and stood alongside the managers and the executives as a vote. And the winner is Will Morris. Let's go ahead and take a look at all of the PLW award winners here and just go over that summary. There they are. Justin Hicks, Tom Gannon, Jesse Capps, Trench Bacone, Adam Couts, and Ryan Roosh all winning gold gloves this season. Your MVP, Ryan Chen. Your Cy Young Award winner, Billy Santiwan. Most improved player, Ryan Roosh. Manager of the Year, Brad Ogden. And your Rookie of the Year, Will Morris.
Yeah, all those awards are very special. The players know they want to win these awards. They play all year. They follow their stats. They follow the way they play. And good for Will Morris. I know it was real tight between those 3 guys, especially Eder and Morris. Tavano had a great year as a rookie, led the PLW in RBIs, and just put up a fantastic season. Tannick's got to be very happy about having him as a Sand Viper. But good job and congratulations to Will Morris. And the video that we saw was Andrew Leday sitting down. That's the manager of the Cajuns who picked up Will Morris, I think, with one of their first round after the tryouts, one of their first picks.
Oh, yeah. They wanted him. They got him. as Ethan Ibarra has come into this game. He'll see some time on the mound from time to time if they're in a bad spot or if they're in a very good spot like this. And he does notch his first strikeout as he gets Cody Schmidt. Ethan Ibarra has got a pretty good screwball.
And Mateo immediately snaps about Hollis Hale not getting a gold glove. I didn't, it wasn't me and hundreds of votes. I'm just the ball player out there.
Tomorrow night, or maybe on Monday or Tuesday, we're going to make up some more graphics. We're going to show some honorable mentions of guys who were very, very close in each category and just got edged out. There's a lot of good players in this league, so, not everybody's going to be happy about the final results.
Yeah, Will Morris was the second overall pick. And, man, what a doozy it was, as he not only is a great hitter, but
just unplug it,
a
Jeff.
top 5 pitcher.
Go ahead. We got 2 more
league.
watches. Yep, you're good. Sorry about yelling into the microphone, PLW Nation. We just had a little bit of a stopwatch malfunction up here on the top. Here's the thing. It is very hot here.
Yeah.
This equipment, as anybody who's left their cell phone in the sun knows, it can overheat. I think that's what's going on with our stopwatch. So we're just going to unplug it. We still got 2 manual stopwatches down on the field.
And let me ask you a question, GK. Does Sparkles know how to unplug and then replug?
Yeah, I think he does.
I know you have a whole spreadsheet just in case he doesn't.
Swing and a miss from Justin Spurrier, and the ones down to their final strike. If you want to reboot that phone, if you don't know how, I'll get you in a second, Chad.
Warhead, listen, there is no announcer or stream teamer of the year. It is a balanced effort every single night, Monday through Friday. We all come together to make this production as solid as possible. The award is Stream Team of the Year. Everybody's collecting.
Yep, and there it is. Strike number 3, out number 3. And game number 1 for the Vaders. They even this series at 1 apiece. And we are definitely coming back for more championship wiffle ball tomorrow. But we're also coming back tonight for our 3rd and final game of this evening. And we'll do that in 15 seconds.
We are back live. Hideaway Field. The Vaders take game number 2, 12-3. I was a little worried about the one's run production in game number 2 as Tanner Roundy was dicing it up pretty good. But we got a rubber match going into a 3rd game, and we will definitely, because it's a best of 5, come tomorrow night to seal up who's going to win this one. I'm going to see who the pitchers are going to be for the Vaders and the ones. It looks like maybe Jason Walker for the Vaders might be starting game 3. I got Gio Battistoni right now. Gio, big game number 2. You guys lost to the ones the first game. You're behind. What was the mentality in the dugout of the Vaders?
You know what? We were really disappointed that we didn't win game 1, but that last inning in game 1 definitely gave us the momentum going into game 2, and we knew, hey, you know what? We definitely don't want to go down 2-0. The mentality is win, win, win right now.
Yeah, kind of behind Tanner Roundy on the mound. He was kind of dicing people up, but even bigger, you kind of found yourself hitting some home runs, hitting that past the Garden of Serenity. Are you finding your zone really well against these ones pitching?
Yeah, you know what? They have pretty good arms all around. They're definitely a deep staff, and you basically see a lot of different stuff from them. So, when it comes down to it, it feels good to definitely have a good game against them.
Yeah, going into game 3, it looks like you have Jason Walker on the bump. How confident are you guys in Jason Walker starting game number 3?
You know what? Since we've got him, he's been a guy for us. That's really kind of how it's been the entire time. So, we're definitely confident in him. And if it doesn't end up working out, we got Billy, we got Tanner, and we got Ethan right behind him.
Yeah, you're going to go into game number 3. The ones feel like they're playing with their backs against the wall. How scary is it to play a ones team that is hungry without their lead man, Ryan Chen?
Oh, man, you know what? it does really suck that Ryan Chen is here, but you know what? They've done a really great job so far. I know that they're definitely missing him, but you know, we can only play with what we got, and same for them. So that's kind of how we're going to roll with it.
Well, congratulations on a win in game number 2. Good luck going forward in game number 3.
Thanks, Trench. Love you guys.
There's Gio Battistoni, who's really, man, made a name for himself. Listen, he's on a team with big bats with Ibarra, Tanner, Eder. Gio kind of gets lost in the mix a little bit, but he is an all-star caliber player.
Yeah, batting down there in the 5th hole and doing that kind of damage, and looking at the kind of average that he has, a .348 number 5-hole hitter.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
how many home runs did he have on the year?
Gio Battistoni finished the regular season with 17 home runs. He's already had 3 more here tonight, almost had a 4th. Or was it 2 and almost a 3rd? I think it was 2 and almost a 3rd when he hit the coping right above the 102 sign in right center.
I feel like the start of the season number 4, this spring season, he kind of came out a little slow. I bet 17 of those 17 home runs, well over half have probably come in the last 8 weeks.
Yeah, really turned it on late in this season. As we get another look from RoboCam 1, as lead umpire Chad Phillips is going to make a few of the changes to the lineup.
Even when he's doing the lineup, he's on the ground.
Yeah, he can't help it, really. There was Chad was in the booth last night. He was doing his final announcing stint of season number 4, and I told him, Chad, no matter what you do, you cannot talk about the Lightning, and you cannot leave the booth.
How long did that last?
I maybe about a minute or 2.
I talked to Jim Dodos. He came down out of the booth after the games, and he's like, Trench, I think he left the booth mid-inning, first inning of the series, after you gave a very, very succinct way of telling him, listen, we need you in the booth. Don't leave your wingman. This is Band of Brothers, Medal of Honor type stuff. Yep. And I don't know if I'd want to go into the trenches with Chad.
I don't really like to leave the booth at all. Sometimes I have to do it in emergency scenarios, but with Chad, sometimes it's just random. Like, he'll just disappear. Like, where'd he go?
He's the kind of guy that steps off line and steps on a landmine or something when you tell him not to walk out there. Maybe that's a good thing.
Right. Looks like Jason Walker is going to get the start for the Vaders here in game number 3 of this best-of-5 series. And I think we're going to see... Who are we going to see on the mound for the ones? Wiffle ball bettors certainly want to know.
I want to know what you're thinking. Does anybody know that song?
For the ones, please.
Nobody knows that song. Tell me what's on your mind.
Oh, that's not bad pitch. I was getting ready to ridicule you. Yep, we got Walker on the mound for the Vaders. Adrian Gutierrez will toe the slab for the ones here in game number 3. This will be the final game of the evening, but we are definitely coming back for game number 4 tomorrow night, regardless of the outcome of this game.
And look, we got Schmitty.
We got Schmitty down there?
He's watching the game with the headset on. Schmitty, you're facing Jason Walker. What do you think your guys are going to do against Jaywalk?
I think we just need to kind of sit back, and he tries to get ahead with the slider early, and then I think he's going to go to that slow curve, try and get us to chase a little bit, so we need to see elevated pitches here.
Gets ahead of Spurrier here on the first pitch. Spurrier's going to turn on that one. He's going to poke it into left field, but Kyle Eder well positioned for the first out of the inning. Schmitty, talk to us a little bit about game number 1 there. You guys pulled it out. It's got to feel good after having Ryan Chen not available.
Oh, there it is. Get out, ball.
Destroy that ball over center field, and the one.
Santa Maria!
AK might go off this game.
Cody
We'll see what
Schmidt is going to
happens.
take over a little bit of the
See what
color
happens.
commentary as his teammate rounds third base. Don't go too far with that wire, Schmidt. You can reach just far enough
Let's go.
to congratulate Adam Couts as the chain goes around his neck, and the ones jump ahead to a 1-0 lead. Tell us a little bit
huge right
about
there.
taking game number 1 in this best-of-5 series, Cody.
Taking game 1 is huge because it forces at least a game tomorrow. We came in a little short-handed today. I know we're missing Chen, but you know that just means people got to step up. And there's been a couple guys that have stepped up today, and it's that's how we won game 1, and then game 2 kind of just got away from us at the end.
As we see Dobbins hit a well-hit ball over to third base, and it looks like we have made a defensive adjustment. Gio Battistoni over there on the hot corner now, making a play on a ball that Hutt was having trouble with in the first couple of games.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, Billy Santiwan, I think he's the manager now the Vaders. You just have to go with who's going to complete the plays and make the best plays. It's no, disrespect or anything like that towards Alex, but you just have to go with the hotter hand.
This is the championship series. There's not going to be any favoritism. You're going to put the best team on the field at all times. As Jason Walker does get way ahead on Goot, still 0-2. He's going to throw that signature big breaking slurve, but he'll miss inside 1-2.
Yeah, I'm getting word that AK-47 home run just landed.
Just now touchdown in the Bellagio Fountains on Las Vegas Boulevard. Cody, I want to thank you for joining us during this inning. Get back to your team. Good luck here in game number 3.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate it, guys.
Cody is made for moments like that to wear that headset and kind of call the game right there as Jaywalk ices Goot right there. But Adam Couts, after his enormous home run, like I said, prior to this series, I think he had 6 to 8 scoops of his special formula, his protein formula or whatnot, and he just jacked that one out of Hideaway Field. It's too bad that if you're on TikTok, you barely got to see that. But if you were on Twitch right now, you'd get to see the zoom in on Couts right now, instant replays, all the graphics, and just tons of stuff going in on the Twitch. Look at RoboCam zooming in on Couts. Love seeing that.
RoboCam 1 getting a little bit grainy here at night. One of the things that we'll get in our new stadium is a little bit better lighting. As you know, this is a residential property. We're only allowed to go so high with the lights. Did make some improvements in the off season, but looking forward to making even more improvements at our new digs wherever they may be. Do want to just give some information to PLW Nation. We had a new property secured. It was in the works. We were ready to get our ground broken, and then we ran into legal trouble. Long story short, the seller tried to pull out of the sale. It's in court now. We are very confident that we're going to get that property. The question is, we don't want to put a timeline out there and say that we're going to start PLW on this date and this date when we don't have the property yet and we haven't broken ground. A lot of people worried, will PLW go on? Of course it will go on. Have you ever watched a show on HBO and it ends and you don't know when the next season's going to start?
Right.
It doesn't mean you stop being a fan, and it doesn't mean they're not going to make the show. It's going to be the same thing here in PLW. So looking forward to what is also a much-needed break. The stream team has been at it for 19 weeks straight, Trench, and I just want to give it up to each and every member that has volunteered. We're going to have a big party at the end of the season and really show how much they mean to us.
Yeah, and you got to remember, we're out here in the weather. Just a few months ago, we're freezing. I'm wearing Hot Pocket packets all over my body. People are frozen, and then it goes into spring for 1 week of good weather. Then it's windy and hot, and so we're dealing with this. So, yeah, definite break. And also the reason it's needed is let you get loose with your mind and ideas and the knowledge you have behind production. I know when we come back out here for season number 5, this thing is going to be off the charts.
It's literally a blank slate. It's a blank canvas. We get to make it exactly how we want. As you heard Adam Tanik say the other night in the booth, when this wiffle ball field was built, it wasn't built for a production. It was built for a lot of other things. It was built for having fun out here. It was built for having parties. It was built for having slip and slides in the outfield. We're going to build our new stadium. It's going to be tailor-made for the PLW live stream.
Well, here we go. Game number 3 is on and ready already. The one's up 1-0 after that Adam Couts home run. And right now, Ethan Ibarra in the bottom of the first with 1 out. Singles up the middle. Yeah, just a special place, and all the players, and especially the players that have played here and were able to experience what being at Hideaway Field and the surrounding areas of the property is something that was kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity as Couts barely misses to his right side. And now there's 2 runners on for the Vaders with only 1 out.
Kyle Letter split the 5-6 hole there, first and second, 1 out. I see Reborn Bones saying frozen in Vegas, LOL. We do. It gets literally below freezing here in Las Vegas. Just because it's so hot in the summertime doesn't mean it doesn't get cold here in the winter. I want to say it was right around 55 degrees on February 7th when we started season number 4. Here we are 129 days later and at least 50 degrees hotter.
Those are big, big numbers you're talking about. And it looks like the Golden State Warriors did win the championship.
Boo.
Congratulations to them.
Boo.
Steph Curry, the MVP. I guess he went lights out.
I'm happy for you, Logan, but I was born in
So,
Boston. I
yeah.
have to say boo.
Logan's stoked, but right next to him is Tom Gannon. I think he's
Right.
close.
He's
He was a
also-
Celtics fan, and he's probably going to have a couple hot cocos to make sure he goes to sleep tonight.
Yep. We've got a few up here in the oven, guys. If you want to send an emissary up here to grab one for you in between innings, there's plenty for you. As Tanner around, he's going to lift this high into center field. Spencer Barrick
Man.
had a little bit of trouble with that in the deep, dark depths of center field. Try to say that 3 times fast.
Not an easy play for Spencer Barrick to make, as it just kept on carrying. And the man we just had a conversation a few minutes ago with, Gio Battistoni, up to bat right now. He goes left side. Jay Spur tries to make a play, and you hear
And
Chad calling foul ball right there.
I'm feeling knocks on the ground, and that means that very much yes to the hot cocoa request. So probably I'm gonna let you take this at bat, Trench.
Okay.
And I'm gonna deal with the dungeon. Yep.
Ooh, I don't like the way that sounds. Jay Spur to the left side, out, no damage done. Way to get out of that inning, Goots, as they could have put up some serious damage right there. We're going to go to the top of the second inning, brought to you by Greg Kelly, our executive producer for season number 4, doing a great job. Man, listen, I remember the first time I met you, I knew that you were something special, and we'd form a good bond, and we kind of have good ideas that swap back and forth, and man, I can't say enough about how great you are, GK.
Well, thanks so much, Trench. It was really on a whim that I came out here. As you know, PLW was born during the pandemic. A lot of us were home and looking for things to do safely outdoors, and PLW was sort of born out of that. A friend brought me out here, and I just fell in love with the concept instantly. And I saw what the live stream was doing, just so happened to have a background in broadcast production, and said, I can help this a lot, and never really could have imagined just how much I would fall in love with it. And it's just a pleasure to be out here every day.
Yeah, when you joined the stream team, we could definitely hang a star on that one. Everyone, give it up to Greg Kelly, man. He really makes this thing go round. And, of course, Tom Gannon, kind of your assistant there, learning a ton, I'm sure, under the tutelage of you.
Well, thanks so much, Trench. Really appreciate those words. We've got a little while to go here in Season 4. We're going to have one more stream tomorrow, 2 more on Tuesday, and then get ready for Stream Team Party coming up next weekend. We're going to show our appreciation for all of our volunteers that have come out here.
Goot.
Monday through Friday as Schmitty hits
Schmitty.
another one.
He launched it over the second tier of palm trees, and the shimmy shoulder wiggy hits a bomb. And there's the chain gang coming out, and we just interviewed this guy. He had the headset on, GK.
Unbelievable. Cody Schmidt, 2 home runs in game number 1, 1 home run in game number 2, a home run here in game number 3, his 4th of the night. He's really coming clutch.
Wow, big stuff coming from the ones as Tyler Applezoller up to bat. He takes a 54-mile-an-hour screw nut to the pan.
This is going to be huge. If the ones can take game number 3, they get to come back tomorrow with all of their pitching innings reset.
Yes.
They get to get some good sleep, come back with that confidence, roll into it. Vaders are going to be a little bit shell-shocked if they come back on a second day without a lead.
Yeah, not only that, you know that they're going to talk to Ryan Chen after these games, and, he's going to try to pump his team up and say, Band of Brothers guys, finish them off tomorrow night.
Good screwball by Ibarra there.
Yeah, surprised Tyler got some action on that. The count's going to be 2-2.
Jason Walker just getting the yoink early here in game number 3. Faces 3 required batters. They put Ethan Ibarra in. Two down for Justin Spurrier. And he'll look at Tink top pipe, 54 miles per hour. 0-2 to Spurrier. Yeah, there he is. Do you know what a ring is? Oh, as Spurrier's going to jack it out Dead left center field over the pocket radar sign. A 3-0 lead for the Ones.
Listen, Ibarra coming in. I know he's been like kind of hot of late. I don't know what teams he's been facing, but the Ones are a different breed as Spencer Barrick rattling that chain like Santa Claus during Christmas.
I'm not sure where the second out came from, guys.
So,
Didn't Cody Schmidt lead off this inning? I think there's just one out. I'll check with the umpire. Just one out, right, Chad? I believe Cody Schmidt led off this inning.
Yeah, I think it's one. Oh, what a great take by Couts right there. That is special breed type of stuff, man, not to go around there.
Yep, confirmations from the umpires. Just one out here. Cody Schmidt led off with a solo shot. Tyler Applezoller. Apple struck out. And Justin Spurrier with a solo shot of his own. So here it is, 3-0. And a 3-1 count to Adam Couts. Screwball into the pan, 55 miles per hour. Good pitch from Ethan Ibarra.
Man, there was nothing Counts could do on that one. Probably would have grounded out if he went for it right there. But 3-2 pitch coming up from Ibarra.
Screwball in there. AK cannot catch up with it. He will strike out for the second out of the inning.
Listen, these guys have been balling a long time against each other. He knew he could throw a screwball at 59 and get Couts to swing. Man, what a great pitch.
Here's Dobbins. Dobbins likes to stand way up in front. Ibarra's thrown healthy dose of those screwballs, but that one's hot, 57. Dobbins just kind of holds his head to the side like, really?
Dobbins.
You can hear the inner commentary, can't you?
Yes.
1-1. Screwball outside pipe, 55 miles per hour. And Dobbins just going to nod his head to that one.
Dobbins has a wiffle ball bat in his hand, yeah?
He does. That is a wiffle ball bat. He is capable of swinging it. I've seen him do it. But he does not for the first three pitches. 2-2.
Wind starts to pick up a little bit, GK. A fly ball here might go out.
Screwball in there, hot. 58 miles per hour.
Good eye by Dobbs right there.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Screwball shot into right field, but directly at Tanner Round. He does a good job holding his ground, getting low and pulling it in.
Dobbins cannot believe that Roundy was playing defense right there. Dobbins not known to go anywhere even close to over there. He's a pull hitter.
Yep.
Look at this lineup going to the NWWLA National Tournament. Look at that squad right there, GK.
Adam Tannick, Tom Gannon, Justin Hicks, three members of the Sand Vipers, Randy Dalby, big fast pitch phenom, one of the best wiffle ballers in the nation, certainly on the West Coast. Taylor Briner, skipper of the Snappers. AK right here on this Ones team. Billy Santiwan on the other side from the Vaders and Trevor Bauer. They'll all become teammates as they travel out to Indianapolis July 15th through 17th, representing the PLW in a fast pitch format, Trench.
Dude, I got to tell you, GK, I feel like that squad could go up against any squad in the nation and rep out hard.
Yep, it's only a few weeks away, and they have been practicing out here in the open field times before every series. And I've seen Tom Gannon out there having guys just like step in front of the mound to try to simulate the type of pitches that you see in fast pitch. I can tell you, it's a whole different brand of wiffle ball.
Of course.
You see lots of strikeouts, lots of walks. They play with the same bat, they play with the same unscuffed ball, but you can throw at any speed you want.
Glenn Meadows saying that team would go 54-0 in PLW, and he's not lying.
Yep, a real all-star squad to represent our brand out there in Indianapolis. It's Kenny Santiwan.
You know what, though? If you put like a second all-star team together, it's going to have like names like Leday and Eder and Ibarra, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Roundies and Chens and Mayos and Dodos. So, yeah, you might beat PLW regular teams, but you put another all-star team against them, it's going to be a battle.
Yep. Fast pitch, a whole different animal. talked to plenty of guys in PLW who have played fast pitch, as Kenny Santiwan is going to put that one into the gap in left center and get aboard with a 2-out base hit.
Listen, 2 words, X factor. And some of these guys are a huge X factor in this series. Somebody like Kenny Santiwan, who you're not expecting big things and turnover lineups and whatnot, but he's doing exactly that, as Billy Santiwan, who's got a hot series going on up to bat right now. Runner on, no outs here in the bottom of the second.
Down into the dirt, just to talk a little bit more about the differences between fast pitch and our brand of wiffle ball. Talked to plenty of guys who play PLW who also play fast pitch, and they like it as like a one-off, as like a thing to go do because it's different. They get to throw as fast as they want, and they have fun and get to play with guys who aren't necessarily on their teams in PLW. But the overwhelming sentiment is that they are always happy to come back here to PLW. Just a little bit of a different, not necessarily, well, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and say it. They like it better. We really have tried to tailor this game as much as we can for action and sustainability, as Ethan Ibarra launches this one into the stratosphere. That was the highest hit home run I have seen this season.
Oh, my God. Ethan Ibarra.
Oh, my.
A monstrous home run to cut that deficit down to just 1. And listen, Ibarra is going to be the type of player that's going to be in the MVP talks very, very soon, as he's going to be just a player that's up there every single year in his statistics, as Eder follows him up with a single to the right side, and the Vaders are starting to come alive.
And just like that, a 3-0 lead has evaporated. Only ahead by 1 at this point.
Oh, my God. Look at that replay.
I know Bruce can't. Oh, and Tanner Roundy's going to follow it up with a 2-run shot of his own as Spencer Barrick ends up on the other side of the fence. And the Vaders have captured the lead, 4-3. That's how fast things move out here in PLW, Trench.
Man, Roundy really waits on that. Like I said, he's got his own chain. It says Savage on it, and that was as savage as it gets, as these two guys are just going yard big time. And now Gio Battistoni is up to bat. He's got a great series going, 4-3 Vaders.
Wow. That's how fast it can change.
Up 3-0, and all of a sudden you feel like you're down 11-3.
We were just talking about how good the ones are going to feel if they take game number 3 heading into the overnight break. Just like that, they're staring at a deficit.
Yeah, early in the game, the ones already scored 3, so that's a good sign for them. And Obi, he went to grab a hot cocoa, and he's like, what just happened?
Yeah.
That's how fast it happens.
It does. It happens so fast.
You know, you put on the microwave to give your wife a microwave meal or whatever, and by the time you come back after that minute and a half, it's 4-3.
I know when I'm at home, I double dip. I've got it up on the TV, on the Apple TV, and then I've got it going on my phone so that if I have to walk out of the room, I don't miss a second of PLW action. Love that right field shot.
Here's Kenny. Once again, he kind of started this bad boy.
Yeah, Kenny led off this inning with a base hit after a long at-bat.
Rob Smith's asking if there's any series on YouTube.
Yeah, you can absolutely look up PLW on YouTube. We are, I want to apologize in advance, we are a little bit behind on uploading our series to YouTube. We are going to catch up.
Yeah.
We've got all of the series saved on Twitch, and we have it connected to YouTube, and we can upload them all. We just need to get some thumbnails in there and trim off the beginning, and we'll get every single series up on YouTube. We're a little bit behind, but we're going to get that done in the offseason.
Speaking of thumbnail, I guess Billy Santiwan goes to a special manicurist that Sasai won't give the name to, so he could throw his knuckleball really well.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
So he can just dig right in there with those fingernails?
I think he has a mobile, is it a manicurist?
Yeah, it's a manicurist. As Kirby Bucket's going to make an appearance here, and we're going to see Cody Schmidt come on in relief of Adrian Gutierrez after he walked Kenny Santiwan. and he's been pulled from this game.
Kirby went right through the 5-6 hole of Schmitty right there, and they got to get out of this. Look at that mug, GK.
What are we looking at?
Look at that mug. Go back to that shot.
Go back to the mug.
It's Cody Runnels' mug.
Oh, he's out of focus. That's why.
There it is. Look at the concentration.
Oh, yeah.
On Kirby. He's kind of...
You remember the Muppet Show?
Yeah.
Remember Sam the American Eagle? Proud to be an American?
Is that him?
Looks a little bit like Sam.
Look at that.
All the millennials are like, Muppet, what?
Kyle Lohman of the Night Owls, and of course, part of this stream team, big time stuff. He's in the top 10 stack with 94 left.
Love it. Kyle Lohman did make the final table of that 1,500 horse a couple of years back.
I always use the hook shot to totally ice people when I play that horse game.
Yeah, the hook shot on the horse game. In this case, it's an acronym for Hold'em, Omaha, Raz, Stud, and Stud 8 or better. 5-game mixed game rotation. Kind of the core poker games before Texas Hold'em really took over.
Omaha, always a good one just to have fun with if you're not playing for big-time stuff, as Billy Santiwan looking at a 1-2 count.
A little bit of some umpire discussion as we'll step back in and resume wiffle ball. If you're just joining us, Game 3 of the Best of 5 series.
Oh, man, he goes tink right there on Billy Santiwan, and he's just going to walk back to the dugout. An awesome, awesome pitch by Schmitty.
Make sure you get the M in there.
Yeah, Schmitty.
Schmitty.
Well, I'm trying to say shimmy and Schmitty at the same time.
Got it.
Sometimes it comes out as a different word.
Right. Cody Schmidt did come on in relief of Adrian Gutierrez as he strikes out Billy Santiwan there. Face Ethan Ibarra with 2 outs, 2 on. Drops behind in the count, 2-1.
Good night, Zimbabwe. Thank you for coming in, watching this championship matchup. Remember, tomorrow night, same time, 6 o'clock, opening session, 6:05, first pitch, just about. See you tomorrow night, Zimbabwe.
Look out here, 3-1.
Uh-oh.
Oof. And that's a base on balls. The bases are now loaded. And Kyle Etter at the plate.
Etter not happy he couldn't win Rookie of the Year, and he takes that to heart. Let's see if he can let out some of that frustration with the voters. Oh, GK, he went after that one.
0-2 to Etter. Schmitty ahead in the count now. Good waist pitch outside, 62. Tries to gas him up. Etter spits on it. He's going to shoot this one through the 5-6 hole. 2 RBI single for Kyle Etter will extend the Vaders lead 6-3.
Yeah, I can't believe it's not Etter. He just keeps getting better. 6-3 Vader time, bottom of the second, still early in the game. They have to get this out right here and go strike themselves, put up a couple to tighten up this race. But Tanner Roundy, who went oppo-boppo, is up to bat right now.
You know, situations like this is where they're really missing Ryan
just
Chen.
gonna say that,
He's the kind of guy who comes in these situations and shuts the door. One of the reasons he is your MVP of season number 4. Sorely missing him tonight. No disrespect to Cody Schmidt, but you really rely on your ace in situations like that.
Well, the thing is, the way this game is going, they might have to score double digits, and I just don't know if they have the bats tonight to do that.
12-6. Justin Spurrier is going to kick it into left field. They're going to get over to second.
Play by
4.46 on the force out, and that will be the third and final out.
That was so huge, you don't even know. AK does not give up on the play, kind of gives a halfback toss. Spur grabs it, touches
There's
two.
the yellow flag trench.
Cuba Dave decides to pull his little yellow handkerchief out of his shorts right there, and he's going to challenge the play.
Yeah, the umpires are going to take a look at this one.
And he's getting a lot of hate from the
Hideaway
container.
Field starts booing But here's the deal, Trench.
What?
There is a rule in the PLW rule book. Outfielders may use their feet when they are engaged in a slide. The pitcher may use any part of their body to block the ball on a comebacker. Infielders aren't allowed to kick the ball, and I think this one is coming back.
Yeah, I'm going to actually lean the other way. I think he was just stepping to his left and just couldn't get his arm down in time. I don't know what the call is on that, but if you're just stepping left, as you can see, and the ball goes under your hand, I mean, it didn't look like he was trying to make a play with his foot.
I agree, but, I don't necessarily know that the rule is written in that way. And it does matter how the rule is written. I don't think it's subject to interpretation.
Let me ask you this then, GK. If I don't move and Trevor Bauer hits 104 velo and it hits my foot and I barely move my foot just in reaction, is it going to come back?
Let's get the decision. So it's a legal play. So apparently I have a misunderstanding of the rule. And as you explained it, they're saying he planted his foot down. He didn't kick it out. And this brings back to the container.
Man.
The container is, if they had rotten tomatoes, they'd be throwing them at Dave Cabrera right now, as they're happy to learn that was a legal play. I do remember there was a play earlier in the season where somebody was called on the kick. It did go to review, and they did see that he intentionally put his foot out. They're just saying that was a reaction.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, it was an awesome play by Spur, making a reaction. AK not giving up on the play, has the wherewithal to throw it backhand to Jay Spur, who then covered the bag for out number 3. And that was such a huge play. You can see AK stating his case right now.
So AK won the decision, and he's just getting a little bit of clarity on why he won the decision. He just wants to know for the future about what's legal and what's not legal.
And what's going on a little bit is Cuba Dave and AK are kind of jawing at each other right now as Adrian Gutierrez up to bat, top of the third, down 6-3.
Tanner Roundy goes left, then comes back right, gets Goot swinging 0-2.
He's going high.
He's going low. Right back where it came from. If Roundy wasn't stepping off the mound like that, it's a comebacker. Straight to the pitcher. Said Goot puts it right back up the middle, fills the vacant space, and takes his bag.
Good leadoff single by Goot. Here is Schmitty, who's been providing a lot of power for the ones. Let's see what Tanner Roundy could drum up for the Vaders.
That one's going to be 65 and into the dirt, nowhere near Cody Schmidt. Remember, Cody Schmidt has hit 4 home runs already in this series.
5.
And he's going to hit another one. Will it get out? It will not somehow. I haven't had one of those in a while, Trench. I thought it was gone for sure, but the Tier 2 winds have subsided, and it's just one long out.
It's because it was so high, you thought that it was going to carry. I thought maybe it was going to go 2, but a long out for Schmitty right there. That would have been a big hit as
right side.
Applezoller, and that might have been touched in fair territory.
Definitely foul.
But David Harley Jr., DHJ, says that was a foul ball. Very close play by Billy Santiwan.
Foul ball. Billy Santiwan will send that wiffle ball to a wiffle ball graveyard somewhere over the container, as he's going to come up bloody. He's going to come back with some fresh scabs on us.
Oh, ices him right there, and Tanner Roundy is really, really dancing on that left side when he comes off the mound.
Put up a backwards K for Applezoller there. That'll bring in Justin Spurrier. With 2 outs and a man on first.
Santiwan definitely left some of his DNA on the right side right there.
Look at those calves.
Oh, my God, when he takes a shower tonight.
Why?
It's going to feel like he just poured lemon juice all over his leg. He might have to bite down on a wood stick or something.
Is it a toughness thing? Why?
Not wear leggings or pants or whatever. That's the only reason I wear pants, is because I'm always diving all over the place, and it takes so long to heal that the slightest tear
Months.
just rips it open again and again.
At least a month. On the really bad ones, several months.
Yeah,
and
so
then it's just gonna be a wound, a constant open wound.
Yeah, and you can't have that. You could get gangrene. You could get whatever stems from having an open wound.
It took me one of those. One time. Here we go. Alicut's going to make the easy play over to second base. It'll be the third and final out. Vaders stay up by 6-3. One's unable to cut into that lead. Cody Schmidt almost had his 5th home run of the night, but it just didn't carry far enough.
That would have been so huge, make it a 6-5 game. Instead, they're going to go into the bottom of the third. Vaders up 6-3. And I don't think they're done quite yet. The ones are in a bit of trouble. They need to get the next couple innings. They got to win the run differential here in the next couple innings.
Yeah, Cody Schmidt is really going to have to locate that 12-6. If he keeps tossing it straight up and down in the center of this pan, they've seen it a lot tonight. These guys will just keep on putting it into the Hollis tree.
Yeah, that Hollis tree looks like it's just been peppered by wiffle balls for quite some time. But, Cody Schmidt, if he gets that shimmy wiggle going on, he could get right back in there and get his guys up.
I love looking up into the trees in the outfield and seeing up in the palm trees and right there's at least 2 wiffle balls stuck up in the upper branches.
Can you get RoboCam on that?
I'm not sure if RoboCam can see that one, but we recently trimmed back the trees a little bit, try to get more of the light.
Now,
in
do
right
we
center
have
field
voice
to illuminate center
activation?
field.
Can I be like, RoboCam, look at the palm trees?
We going to need to attach Alexa to it, I think, in order for that to work. And see that kind of pitch on a taller batter. That's not where Gio likes it.
No.
But that's where some of these guys like it.
He's just a gritty type player. He's like the Barry Sanders of wiffle ball. Very low to the ground, very balanced.
He's going to go the
Tough play for
opposite way
Spur.
with this one. Spurrier, he makes the catch. He initially bobbles it, bounces it back up to himself, and cradles it in for the first out. Great play by Justin Spurrier.
As great as that looks on film and our instant replay, when you're here at Hideaway Field, you know how difficult it is. An over-the-shoulder catch, bending backwards. And then AK is going to kind of double that up for out number 2. An incredible play by Jay Spur.
2 quick outs to start the bottom of the third here. Billy Santiwan will come up with 2 away.
It's great to see the recognition by our viewers, knowing how difficult it is to catch a ball like that going, over your shoulder. He is just a baller, complete athlete.
12-6, high and inside. 2-1.
Oh,
outside 3-1.
Yeah, you do not want to walk Billy here as who would be up Ibarra.
Right side, and Barrick doesn't make too much of an attempt on that one as it was surely flaring into right field. So it's a 2-out base hit for Billy Santiwan.
Here is Ethan Ibarra. And what are his numbers like?
Good. He finished the regular season batting .360, 27 home runs, 61 RBIs, an OPS of 1.221.
God.
Swing and a miss on an inside pitch.
Good pitch by Schmitty right there. Gets him dancing on 56. 1-2 count.
Well, you're thinking like I do, Trench. We both reach for the hot cocoa simultaneously.
We know when it needs to be done.
2-2 to Ibarra. Full count.
And there's that potpourri smell coming once again. I think they changed to like an orange crush type smell or whatnot. One of my favorites.
Adam Couts making the play at short look easy. Cradles it in clean. Flips it over to Goot for the third and final out. Ones are trailing by 3.
I feel like that's a question for you, GK. When I believe in where this league can go, a lot of people talk about how do we get this on ESPN or the Ocho.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we have the product to do that.
Well, absolutely. What we're doing right now is we're proving our concept, and we'll try to get this product in front of the eyes of anybody that thinks that they can help us out and partner with us. Obviously, a more mainstream, influence, getting us in front of more eyes, more people. We're confident that, we can capture the interest of people in the same way that, PLW has captivated us.
Yeah, I mean, if you got captivated by a GoPro and a beer pong table and we used to commentate behind the fence, then a production like this is definitely going to get some eyeballs.
Imagine when you've got a telestrator and you've got overlay graphics and you've got live updated stats and you see the trail of a wiffle ball going out over left field and an overlaid graphic that shows the distance that it traveled. I mean, these are the type of things. I mean, we're not even 50% of the way there yet, Trench.
Yeah, we're going to get there. I have full, you know what? In GK, we trust. That's all I'm going to say.
We're doing our best. Screwball down and inside to AK.
Yeah, one key series every week, stuff like that. Of course, the series of the week. And we love all the ideas as Tanner throws a nasty screwball outside. All the ideas that some of our fans have. We take note of those. Those aren't just going on empty ears. I hear a lot, I read a lot of things, and I remember a lot of what's going on. So keep those ideas coming as we want to build and create the best wiffle ball production of all time.
And just a reminder, we are very accessible. If you want to talk to us anytime, you can whisper to Premier League Wiffle in the chat. You can whisper to us individually. AK goes opposite side. That's high. That's back. Not back far enough as Gio Battistoni cradles it in for the first out of the inning. But you can contact us. You can whisper to us on Twitch. When we come to the booth shot, you'll see our handles right underneath us. If you want to talk to me individually or talk to Trench, that's why we put them there. You can also email us anytime you want. support@premierwiffle.com. That is our mailbox, our open mailbox. You got ideas? You want to partner with us? You want to advertise with us? We're there for you.
I have a good idea as we watch Tanner throw a screwball to the outside. If people think that we could be on ESPN or picked up by a network, are they able to write or email ESPN and say, listen, if they did that, if all 500 viewers said, listen,
Like a petition?
You got to check out this
see
league.
These guys?
We need the fans' help to make this happen.
Yeah. Do it.
Email them, write them. Why not? They're going to start seeing all these letters or emails coming from people saying, Premier League Wiffle, you got to check it out. Some producer, some person at ESPN is going to say, I got to see what's going on here.
Yeah. As Dobbins looks at the 3-2 pitch, he's going to flare it off to the right side, but Tanner Roundy after it in a hurry to bring it in for the second out.
Dobbins can't believe, and that's the one good thing. Remember, there was a shot up the middle that Tanner went to his left side and couldn't get because it was up the middle. That time it worked out for Tanner. Already falling to his left side. Dobbins flares it out to the right. Easy play, Tanner Roundy.
They'll bring up Adrian Gutierrez with 2 outs.
Yeah, listen, the people want to do it. They want the petition. They want that, and that's what we need during this offseason. Get ESPN recognizing what we're doing. It's got to be better than watching hot potatoes or bobbing for apples or whatever they're doing.
I've seen some stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
That I was surprised to see on television.
Like what?
And this kind of falls into that bucket. You didn't ever think I'd see wiffle ball on television, much less be a part of it, much less be executive producer of a live wiffle ball stream. If you'd asked me a couple of years ago, I would have thought you were talking about some sort of a hallucination. But I've seen tag. I've seen spike ball. I've seen a lot of
freeze tag.
Yeah, like tag, like
you're it.
Yeah, you chase after somebody and you have to touch them.
What?
That's a sport. And if tag can be a sport, PLW can be a sport. Isn't that right, Chad Phillips?
That's right, Greg Kelly.
I'm glad that Chad agrees. As Adrian Gutierrez is going to take a walk over to first base. Tanner Roundy's going to remain on the mound. As the ones have a base runner with 2 outs, and the very dangerous Cody Schmidt has been hitting the ball high and hard all evening.
Listen, Colin Ward wants to start a petition. I'm telling you, PLW Nation, we need you to do this. Why not get those leaders of ESPN looking at our product as Billy Santiwan? catches that flare ball to the right side, and the ones could have been like threatening a little bit.
I'm going to leave you alone for 1 or 2 moments, Trench, as I check on the health of Skycam 1.
Oh, no. I hope everything is okay with Skycam 1. Make sure you get new batteries. Give it mouth-to-mouth. Whatever you need to do to get Skycam 1 going. Listen, guys, the ones have been threatening, but they cannot get any more across the board, and the Vaders aren't done. They're going to need Schmitty right now. They got to shut them down. They've had runners, on the bases. Couldn't bring them around. Let's see what happens here in the bottom of the 4th. Like I said, at the pace this is going, the Vaders easily could be up 8-9-3. They cannot let that happen, and the ones are going to have to strike back. What do you guys think so far of this series? And I know you guys are excited about being able to play, watch us play tomorrow night, Friday night whiffs. GK, I saw you go down, talk to Bruce Uson over there. What happened to Skycam 1?
Skycam 1 was okay. We were checking on RoboCam 1.
Oh.
RoboCam is kind of in the, the experimental state, kind of a prototype. And as you know, we've alluded to it before, a lot of this equipment not necessarily designed to be out in sunshine and 100-degree weather. So just checking on the health of RoboCam 1 and making sure that all the associated converters and cables and all the accessories are working correctly on that piece of equipment.
Look at that. PLW Nation is gathering around. They're going to start tweeting to ESPN about what we're doing, and that's what we need to see.
That's what I love. It's not just about what goes on here at Hideaway Field Trench. It's nearly 30,000 followers strong in PLW Nation. This is a real community. There are people in this chat who have never met each other in person, but they have friends in the chat that they see every night and converse with. I just love seeing that type of camaraderie and community.
Don't forget when Sean Marcial and Logan and Tom and all these guys, they do that PLW gaming game. A lot of these guys go over and see what we're like just as regular civilians, not PLW broadcasters or players. We're just out there like everyone else. We just happen to be part of Premier League Wiffle, and we're doing the best we can to make sure you tune in as Tanner Roundy up to bat.
Tanner Roundy looks at a pitch high and inside for ball 1. 1-2 to him. Kyle Etter was the first out of this inning.
Oh,
Tanner Roundy off the hand. Oh, no! It looked like the alley-oop play was going to be made off the hands of Justin Spurrier right into the palms of AK, but he's unable to grasp it.
I thought it was going to be a home run, too, off Spur, off AK.
Can you imagine, Trench?
Man.
Now, that's something they'd show on SportsCenter.
Of course. Gio Battistoni up to bat. Man, I wonder if AK had that back, if he gets that out. I think so.
I got to call that. I got to call that just a double.
Gio gone.
And there it is. The wiffle ball gods are spiteful gods. A 2-run shot by Gio Battistoni makes it 8-3. The Vaders looking like they're trying to get a stranglehold on this series.
Death ain't got no mercy, man. I got to tell you, the wiffle ball gods are relentless. They make you pay every single time.
There it goes. Kenny Santiwan's going to lift one into deep center field. Not nearly as deep as I thought, as Spencer Barrick will bring it in for the second out.
Yeah, they really needed to clamp down right there and give up no runs. Now 8-3. You're probably going to see Billy Santiwan on the mound very soon with a 5-run lead. If not, next inning for sure.
You know how we have the big monitors up here in the booth?
Yeah.
I'm going to get like a little one.
Okay.
Like a little one that I just put on the railing right over there.
And what's it going to do?
It's going to show Chad the game.
He needs to watch the game.
So he can see the game. So he doesn't have to duck in here. Sometimes as the lead umpire, he wants to come in here and look at the monitor. As Justin Spurrier makes a great play at shortstop. Times his jump perfectly, gets both hands extended, and brings it in for the third and final out of the inning. The ones weren't sure, but we're sure, as they'll need to come in here and get 5 runs in this inning or the next.
Yeah, I mean, you're not trying to hit a 5-run home run right here. You just want to keep that train moving as you're going to face Billy Santiwan immediately comes to the mound, and he's going to try to close this out. With Billy as a pitcher, a 5-run lead is, man, I don't know what his record is when he's up by 2 or 3, but it is ridiculous, I'm sure.
Yeah, Billy has. Let's look at Billy's pitching stats as I tab on over to mystatsonline.com, which you can access from PremierLeagueWiffle.com and look at our full stats. You can also just type !stats in the chat to see our full database. As I look down at the pitchers of the Vaders, Billy Santiwan has 7 saves on the season. He finished the regular season 14-1, 7 saves.
14-1 with 7 saves and just a full workhorse as he's basically bleeding out. He needs like a medic kit in these little RPG games or whatnot.
Yep. You know, Billy's blood is a little thinner than a lot of the other wiffle ball players, as he's been known to take in a few hot cocos or 2. A few or 2. 2 or a few. Santiwan looks at the first batter, Justin Spurrier. He'll throw inside for ball 1. Spurrier's going to dribble this one right back to Santiwan.
Yeah, the dreaded dribbler for Spur as AK-47 up to bat. And other than those first couple innings, nothing really going for the ones right now. Let's see if Adam Counts from the left side could get something going. 2 outs.
AK, a switch hitter, opting to go from the left side of the plate. He's going to pop this one into center field.
Oh, man.
Tanner Roundy was converging on Eder, but he saw that Eder had a beat on it.
Look at that. PLW Nation is signing that petition right now. It is circulating the Wiffleverse as it's going to end up on someone's desk by morning.
Look at that. Rob Smith, 21-24, has got it started in the chat. I love this community, Trench.
Yeah, I mean, they just rally behind us. Listen, it's so interactive, GK, and we try to recognize everyone we can. The level of play is awesome. Our production value is second to none, and the camaraderie around here is man, it's a feeling that it's a once-in-a-lifetime type thing we got going on at GK, and we're trying to keep it alive the best we can, as we will, no matter what, because we are die-hard Wiffle fans and Wiffle players, and we want to make sure. Oh, wait, we got to cheers Tom.
All right, here
Finally,
you go, Tom.
Here we go.
Here you go, Tom. Dink.
There it is.
Cheers. Did you see that one?
Was that what was that?
Tom's going to roll the replay right here. You're going to see the ball go right
past Schmitty?
my head. Here it goes. Watch. Thumbs up.
Oh, man. I didn't even see it. I was mid-hot cocoa blast right there.
I was complaining earlier on tonight that we hadn't any balls into the booth, and then that one gave me a little shave.
And look at that Rotoker. He wants to go out. He lives close to ESPN headquarters, and he's thinking about going out there.
He's going to knock on the door?
With a sign. And he's trying to rally some of those people. Now, for sure, Dart, I am having flashbacks. As remember, I lost part of my retinal oculus muscle when I took that ball to the eye.
3-1 to Ibarra here. AK struggling to find control. His RoboCam 1 is having problems. It's going to be right at Justin Spurrier playing the shortstop position. Cody Schmidt's gone over to third. Spurrier slid over to short.
Can we freeze frame GK's face? Please do it, Tom.
I mean,
it's going to be...
We could definitely go back on the stream and clip it. If somebody hasn't clipped it already, that'll be a good one.
Good pitch by AK. Look at that. Shaha's dad works at ESPN. Shaha. That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
The thing was, I saw it coming early enough to know that there's nothing I can do to stop this. So if it hits me in the face, it hits me in the face.
That is a man, a champion.
It was just a look of acceptance. As AK definitely having trouble finding the handle here. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And it's a submarine screwball right down the middle. Kyle Etter fouls it off.
Look at D-Bones, GK. I know quite a few people in production at ESPN, and if they are production people, they would know that this is well on its way to be something special.
Etter, left side, on to the top of the container. Kyle Etter. I think his shirt just tore open from the back. What happened?
I don't know, man. He just takes such big... His muscles must be pumping a lot of blood.
His jersey split down the back. He had an incredible Hulk moment.
Is the jersey a lemon? Is it malfunctioning?
He's going to need a new one. Solo shot by Etter makes it a 9-3 ball game. Tanner Roundy looks at ball one. An unfortunate pattern for AK as he has gotten behind a lot of these batters, been forced to throw a cookie, and they've demolished him.
Look at that Blunderhope saying, we got to get this guy some safety pins. You know what? Listen, though the ones are probably going to lose this game, they could just regroup, get a good night's sleep, talk about a plan of attack tomorrow.
Pitching innings reset. They got it done in game number 1. They know they can do it.
Did somebody catch that home run ball? Buck dropped it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he would have made a $120.
Shot into left field off the container. A double for Tanner Roundy.
We're up to 22 people signing that petition. GK, I love seeing that.
One on, one out for Gio Battistoni. He's been blasting balls over the right field fence. He's going to hit this one over the left
look at Buck!
field container. And Anthony Michael holding Buck's hand so he doesn't fall into the palm trees as he reaches for that one. A 2-run shot by Gio Battistoni blows the lid off this one. 11-3 Battistoni's 4th home run of the night.
Sasai is coming in the game right now to get an at-bat.
Kenny Santiwan is being pinch hit for Sasai. Alarcon, owner of this squad, going to get an AB.
He's got a feel going into tomorrow night, up 2-1, as that's going to be the second out for the Vaders, as Billy Santiwan up to bat right now.
Fuzzy Beanbag thanking Buck Burner for the gifted sub. Buck was handing out subs earlier. Now he's up on top of the container, imbibing.
If you would have been watching the game one time, he would have been up $120.
Yep. Santiwan swings at an inside pitch.
I wouldn't be surprised if AK goes 90 miles an hour right here.
Down into the turf. 2-2.
Even though they got beat up these last 2 games, I got to feel if I'm the ones, got to feel good about that game 1 win, see if you could watch some film tonight and go into tomorrow with a different game plan.
Santiwan's going to reach out, come backer to AK. He's going to throw a 85-mile-per-hour toss into the backstop for the 3rd and final out. His team trails by 8. Headed into the top of the 6th. We're going to take another look.
Oh, my God. Look at the studs that are playing in this tournament. Half the Vipers, Dalby, Briner, Couts, Santiwan, Billy, and Trevor Bauer.
In absolute murderer's row, the best of the best. Heading out to Indianapolis, try their hand at the fast pitch format. Many of those guys experienced in that flavor of wiffle ball. Surely we'll take a lot of footage.
Yeah.
And bring some back. Maybe we'll cut something together and see how our team does. Spreads the word of PLW as Kyle Etter is having a major wardrobe malfunction.
Where can PLW our fans go to if they want to help with the? I'm reading Meadows' thing right there to contact PLW.
Support at premierwiffle.com. If anybody wants to type that into the chat so it's something that you can copy and paste, support at premierwiffle.com. It's the best way to contact us via email. Kyle Etter barely wearing a uniform. It almost looks more like a blouse. He's got a low-cut blouse, front and back, on as he comes in to pitch here in the top of the 6th. First pitch will be smoked foul down the third baseline.
Look at that, 23 signatures. We need 100 to really get this going. Is that something we could put on like social media links and stuff like that, GK? Or?
I think we can do anything we want.
I love that answer, man.
Alec Hutt back in to play defense for the Vaders. Back on the hot corners. Dobbins is not going to go quietly into the night. A solo shot to lead off the top of the 6th, 11-4. And we haven't heard a whole lot of jingle-jangle of that chain here in game number 3. But Goot will anoint team owner.
Bless you, sir.
Did you see the move?
Yeah, that was awesome. You could hear Sasai saying, sweep the leg right now.
Goot's going to go after a good 12-6 and miss. Kyle Etter gets ahead. Speeds up. Sees if he can get Goot to offer at it.
And the Vaders tomorrow night will be wearing purple.
Well, they have to because Kyle Etter destroyed his black jersey. I don't think they really have a choice.
Yeah, we don't want league officials to come down and fine Kyle Etter for wearing a V-neck tube top.
It's
thing.
hard to tell from this distance, but, you know, RoboCam 1 has got some pretty good zoom on it. And that fabric doesn't look too thick. I've seen paper towels thicker than that.
Yeah, that's like 1 ply.
Yeah, that's like the straight from Taiwan discount deal.
Yeah.
The purples I've seen, they seem a little bit nicer. They've at least got some embroidery on it. This kind of looks like a hefty bag.
They're 1 strikeout away from 2 outs here as he bends his bat. And that's going to be out, and they are 1 out away from securing game number 3. Up in the series, they would be 2-1 going into tomorrow night. 1 win away from being crowned new champions. If they win tomorrow night, that's 4 years in a row, 4 different winners.
Yep.
That's really, really an awesome product that we have.
That's great for the league. It shows the kind of parity that we have, that our system is working. The talent is getting spread across all of these squads evenly. I mean, you look at 2nd or 3rd through 8th this year. We're only 1 or 2 games from each other.
Amazing. Really was a dogfight that last month.
12-6 gets Spencer Barrick to swing and miss. The Vaders will take game number 3. Your final score is 11-4, and the Vaders jump out to a 2-1 lead in the series. We will come back here tomorrow night. It might be an early night tomorrow if the Vaders can take that first game. However, this is why we play 5. The ones are going to go home. They're going to regroup. They're going to try to jump out and even the series and bring us to a rubber match. Trent, your thoughts on this series overall?
Listen, I think the ones did what they needed to do right there. They needed to get that one. They couldn't get swept. Like I said, they're going to regroup, talk about what they need to do. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Get some rest. Figure out the game plan going into a fourth game tomorrow night. And obviously, they got their backs against the wall one more time. Can they pull it out? We'll have to see.
I want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. I'm not sure if we're going to get a poll up into the chat. I know that our producer...
Well, the series isn't over.
Series
right?
not over. If there's anybody they want to talk to before the end of the night, I'm sure the Dungeon will get somebody on the headset. Otherwise, we'll just go ahead and thank everyone for joining us. 463 viewers on right now. Oh, look at Dukart 1977 asking. There it is. There's the petition. There's the link. If you guys haven't done so already, take a look at that change petition and sign it. And there's the interview pool. We want to talk to Kyle Etter, Tanner Roundy, Billy, AK or Dobbins, and it looks like one vote.
Took it all. They want to go fast vote.
I think they're just going to kill the vote. Here's the thing. They killed that poll, and they're going to start another one. Because I don't think we ever end a poll with 1 minute, do we? I mean, with one vote. Look, Mitch C7CC was the one vote.
I don't know if it's going to happen tonight, GK. It looks like these guys are kind of spread all over the place. What do you think?
We'll find out. I mean, we never really want to deny anybody their opportunity to talk. Let's go. You know what? In absence of any other poll up there, if there's not another one, let's get Kyle Etter over there on the microphone. Cuba Dave, get Kyle Etter onto the headset, please. Yeah. I mean, we've got some things to ask him.
Yeah.
He's right there. I see him on the pitcher's mound. Take that headset. You won the poll.
It's not up to me.
There we go. The new
Kyle.
poll is up, and Kyle is running away with it.
Oh,
so
wait.
We'll keep it running. We'll talk to Kyle, and if somebody else wins this poll, we'll talk to the next person after that. Kyle, can you hear us down there on the sidelines? Make sure you unmute that microphone for Kyle Etter, please. There he is.
Hello.
Kyle, we see that you have a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction. PLW Nation wants to know what's going on with that jersey right now.
What happened was I fell against a tree and it ripped. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it was weird.
Is it safe to say you're going to be wearing the purple jerseys tomorrow night?
No, I think we're rocking black.
Do you have a second one?
No, sir. We're just going to rock and roll. Yeah.
Do you have a safety pin?
Oh, yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, there you go.
Listen, Kyle Etter, you were in the running for that Rookie of the Year. Did you bring, even though you didn't win it, did you bring?
Will won? Nice.
Did you bring
Congrats,
some of that?
Will, congrats.
Did you bring some of that heat to the game, knowing that you really wanted that Rookie of the Year award?
Yeah, I wanted it, but he's a great pitcher, so you gotta tip your hat to that guy right there.
Yeah, your Vaders are looking really good. The ones obviously took game one. You guys responded 2 games in a row. I want to talk about Gio Battistoni right now. This dude is legit. He was coming from the left side and just dropping bombs. How was it playing alongside him?
I'm telling you, that's the guy right there, and I'm so glad he came in tonight, man. He saved us. I'll tell you what, him and Ethan, boy, they came in, they did their thing. Billy on the mound, Tanner on the mound. I can have a shitty night, and I'm Rookie of the Year runner-up, but, those guys carried me tonight. I'll tell you what, my team is great.
Yeah, I love seeing you there. Even on the defensive end, you were just really all over the place. What's it like diving around out there on the turf?
It's a great feeling, especially when you make that play. Especially when you make that play, man. You know it's a web gem, so you lay out. It's one of the best things, man.
Yeah, you could see Sasai giving that Vader sign tomorrow night. You guys you are 1 game away from securing your first championship. How are you going to feel going into tomorrow night?
It's going to be dope. We're up 2-1. It sucks. They're not going to have their players, man, so it's not the best way to win. But, life happens, I guess. But, we're ready to win it all, though.
Yeah, I love hearing that. Everyone, that's Kyle Etter. Thank you so much for the interview. Congratulations on your 2 wins, and good luck tomorrow.
Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Kyle. We're gonna get Scottez Dobbins over to the interview as well. Scott Tez is going to walk over to the interview station. I know PLW Nation has a lot to ask him. Scott Tez, can you hear us down there?
Yeah, what's going on, fellas?
Scott Tez, you jumped out to the 1-0 lead tonight, kind of sending some shocks through PLW Nation. Dropped the next two. What's going to be your mindset going into the break overnight, talking to your squad to come back out here and even the series first game tomorrow?
Well, first we got to see who's coming out here. I mean, we got a lot of salty vibes going on right now. And I guess Spurrier just said he might not be coming tomorrow. So that'd be no Spurrier, no Goot, no Chin, Schmitty's So-So. So we just got to see who come out here and just battle, man.
That's some crazy news. Really hoping that we see the ones come out in full force. Everything is possible. I mean, you guys showed that you could do it in game number 1. Hoping that everybody rallies back up and comes out tomorrow to even this series. Trench, what do you think about that news?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want to hear some of that stuff coming out of the ones camp, as they've really kind of been a little bit of a, chess pieces missing here and there, but they've always rallied. And I'm excited to see if they, one last day, if they could get their pieces together, really play for their guy, Ryan Chen. Obviously, Dobbs, you guys took game number 1. You had a little momentum, dropped the next 2, but you guys are alive. And I was telling, I forgot who I was talking to earlier in an interview, but when you have your backs against the wall, that's when it's a scary thing to play a team like that.
Oh, absolutely. But the best part about this team, man, I mean, yeah, we're missing our MVP, but we have a lot of guys that can do it, man. We got look at Schmitty today. He had 4 bombs, dude. He came alive today. AK has some good at-bats. We don't all really rely on one guy, All 6 guys can do their part, and that's why we're in the championship. And that's why we're ranked number 1, We got a lot of parts.
Yeah, you guys, you come out with that chain gang. You got a lot of swagger. But there's one thing I think that the fans don't see is you got a lot of heart and a lot of scrappiness when it counts. And I feel like tomorrow night you're going to bring that all throughout the night and full on attack.
Oh, yeah, we have to, man. Absolutely. I mean, you don't see the ones losing a lot, man. So you don't get to see us, really battling back, show what we really got. We're usually ahead of games and all that. So tomorrow we'll see, man. We'll see who has the heart, who comes out here, be a team guy. And let's get some dubs. Let's win a championship.
Yeah, well, congratulations on at least one win tonight. You guys are securing at least a tomorrow night matchup with the Vaders, trying to deny them their first championship, trying to get your second championship. Everyone, that's Scott Tez Dobbins.
Appreciate you guys.
Scott Tez, thanks for joining us very much. As you see on your screen, Part 2 of the championship will take place tomorrow night right here at Hideaway Field. We will start at 6 p.m. The Ones currently trail the Vaders by 2 games to 1. Ones did take the first game of this series by a score of 9-7, dropped the next 2. Certainly missing parts, as we talked about in that interview, but we hope that they will rally back tomorrow and even this series and give us 5. Otherwise, we're going to see our 4th new champion in PLW history in the form of the Vaders.
Listen, GK, if there's a team deserving of it, it is going to be the Vaders. Sasai has worked hard for many seasons now, first to get into Premier League Wiffle, and then to really showcase the kind of talent that he has with this squad. If you're going to lose to a team, let it be the Vaders that are up and coming team.
Trench, thank you so much. I want to thank everyone on Twitch for watching. 331 viewers still with us. Come back here tomorrow night, 6 p.m. for the conclusion of this season. I'm Greg Kelly on behalf of Trench Pacone and the entire stream team. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Wow.